Buddy, I cannot stop thinking about this podcast, really, man. Here's the thing. How long do I have to wait to see this or hear it? Can we fast track this? I want to watch it because being in it in the middle of it, it was overwhelming. I cannot wait to see this thing. I'm telling you, man, that was just fantastic. I don't know what else to say, but I don't remember having an experience like that in a long time, man. So thank you. And don't make me wait too long, please.
I'm so glad that we get to introduce Alvin to the podcast world now. Oh, I just made some PG Tips, black tea. It's hot. I'm going to add some ice to it. Would you like some caffeine?
No.
Water?
Yes, I have this.
Are you okay? You seem tired.
I've been running. I know. Please don't. So I mean, the excitement is off the charts inside.
Is there anything I could do?
Do you have like a granola bar or a protein bar or anything?
I have chocolate overnight oats.
Mush.
Sal, what do I always say to you? If mosh isn't enough, we're going to give you some mush, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I had that tattooed on my left ass cheek. I think I made a friend right away. Hi. Oh man, you are the best. I used to have a Chihuahua. It's not a Chihuahua, right? But
Dad's a pug, his mom's a Chihuahua Dachshund.
Oh, and did they split up?
They're living together.
Okay.
But they sleep in separate crates.
Okay. And he's out of the house now.
Yeah.
He emancipated.
I don't know.
At a young age.
Technically, it's a dog-sipated.
Yeah, and it's dog years, so he probably is still young though. How old is this dog?
He's almost 1.
Okay.
Let me see where you gotta be.
I feel like I might change my angle slightly. You're right there,
Yeah.
so I'm just head on with you, babe. So this right here, this is it.
All right. Manual focus. Went to school with an Emmanuel focus.
Ooh, Emmanuel Lewis,
Oh yeah.
Georgian man Papadopoulos, dumbwaiter. Do you remember that?
No, but I know of a dumb waiter.
Yeah.
Where's your water?
It's unclear at this point. It's over there on the floor.
I don't know. Looks pretty clear to me. Theme music.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what I didn't think about? Getting hot.
You know, I thought about it as I pulled up. I have one thing after this.
What?
I'm doing like a Gen Z pod. I'm spreading the love across different
Great. You want to be high for it?
demos.
Want a little edible?
I didn't.
Don't then.
No, I'll do
I'm
it.
gonna. I'm gonna.
Okay, then I'm not gonna let you.
No, I'm gonna because.
I have stuff for you. Can I get that?
You want it right now, or do you want to settle in?
Settle in, but I'd like to. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it on camera. It's just a couple more. I know you love that fit.
We're gonna do it on camera.
Okay,
I just
I'll do it.
You can do it now,
No, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I want to have the most fun with you. Not that I need that,
Buddy.
I didn't say I needed that. No, rewind the tape. I didn't say that.
I'm gonna take almost a full piece, and I could give you one that's smaller.
Sure. Well, what are we talking here?
I took 4 milligrams. I'm giving you 3 to 3.5.
Oh, all day.
How about take another one then? Because I'm sensitive. Here's another. You're probably taking 7 milligrams now.
5 maybe would have been right.
We'll spit some out. Want me to get you a paper towel?
The breakdown process has begun.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Oh, man.
You know what, Rick? Stop comparing. Start to focus.
Interesting. You know, that did help, Dad.
You know what, Ricky? Line.
If you want help, visit BetterHelp.com/TYSO to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TYSO for 10% off your first month.
Hey, sorry to interrupt the episode, but I forgot to tell you that I'll be doing shows August 3rd in Chicago at the Den. Also, I'll be in Seattle, Washington, August 23rd and 24th at Laughs Comedy Club. If you want to get tickets, go to punchup.live/Rick Glassman or click the link in the description. Okay, back to the episode.
My saliva is breaking it down. At this point, it would be uncouth.
I learned about the word uncouth from Shawshank Redemption. You too?
I wouldn't say that because I don't specifically remember it from there, but it's very well that I could have. You know what I don't like? When people are like, you don't know what
into the
this...
microphone with a moist mouth. We'll figure that out. Nope.
Sorry. When people are like, oh, you don't know what that means? Like, it's like, you know, there was a point where every one of us didn't know what a word meant until we learned it. So who cares if this person learned this word yesterday?
There's actually a saying. There's a word for that. When for the moment from it's about when you understand. It's a moment from before understanding. You don't understand it, and then you do understand. And it's where does that moment meet? And it's called a pessimist. Google it. Pessimist.
Like a pessimist?
I'm sure there's some derivative of like pessimistic of like not believing or something. Maybe for not understanding. I don't know if I don't know what it means.
Precipice. Oh, I didn't know. I never.
Oh, and precipice, one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to Google it now, real time?
No, I made it up, but I'm just saying like that's something that you would believe, right?
Well, I did believe it.
There you go.
The laxicity of it was astounding, actually. Yeah.
No, the what?
Laxticity. Laxticity. Laxticity.
The amount it could bend.
Uh-huh. Well, it's whatever you want it to be. It's like the word Smurf. I made it up. We made it up on the podcast. I use it often.
Well, this will be the first time.
Surprised how many times you use it and people don't say, what does that word mean?
I ask it all the time.
It's fun. It's a fun little game I play with myself. Let's get him involved.
Yeah, Alvin, come here. This is the first podcast since I got my boy. He's still new.
Oh, this is... TYSO audience is seeing Alvin for the first time.
I got Alvin not even a week ago.
And you were in the market, yeah? Or did it fall in your lap?
Before I get started,
Yeah.
I like my hair to dry in a hat.
Me too.
Should I put my hat on, or how am I right now?
That's how I dried my hair today. I like it because I feel like it's unruly, but not in a way that's unruly. Does that make sense?
No, it needs to dry a little more.
You're in your own head on that. You're in your own head on
Well,
that.
I'm on it, actually.
Yeah. Do I have to?
No, of course not. At a certain point, I might have you put the headphones on because if I make a phone call, if we play a little music.
I'm fine with that.
I actually am going to be playing you a song, something cool from somebody that you know later on, though. Maybe a little customized something or other.
Oh my God, no! I
won't have to play
it. Is
I had Shaq sing you something.
What?
You're a fan of Shaq. Pretend I didn't tell you that.
Okay.
I might want to take that out. But I have something really
I thought
cool
it was
from
something
Shaq.
else, but I know I'll play along. Did I ever tell you my Shaq story?
Maybe.
Met Shaq at a
Charles Barkley. Was that the wine? Who was the wine?
Charles Barkley wine. Yeah, wow. Can I look? Hold on. Take a beat. I am so happy to be here. I wish we could do this once a week. I was looking forward to this so much. I'm elated. I miss you. I'm in such a good mood being around you, and I love your podcast. I love your audience, and it's like thrilling. And I was anticipating this so much, and so I just wanted to tell you that. Like, I know you know that already, but like, I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm also in a different place than you at the moment because you're special, terrified on YouTube. Link in description. Here's a thumbnail. What do you think? Wow, so good. You sent out to your friends to share about it, and when a friend asked me to share, I always share. But I wanted to watch it first, just because I just wanted to watch it first. And I've been traveling a little bit, and it took me until today to watch it. I actually
You watched it?
Not only did I watch it, shout out to a lot of people that give me comments because I rap. You know, we rap on this podcast a lot, and there's always ads, and everyone's like, "How does he not have YouTube Premium?" I finally got YouTube Premium, not because of the ads and the music, but because I wanted to download it to watch on the plane.
Wow.
I downloaded it, and it took an hour, and it didn't. Maybe it was bad service in Vancouver. Anyway, I wasn't able to watch on the plane, so I watched today. So good. I don't think I've ever seen you do stand-up.
Okay.
We have to assume that our friends are at least funny and likable because we like them, but you never know.
Yeah.
You're incredible. And I didn't know that you'd be a storyteller. And I mean, what, you have 5 stories?
Yeah, I think probably 7, 8, something like that.
5. And the other 2,
Fine.
bro.
It's only a story if you believe it.
Pessimist. What? How long have you been working on that?
My oldest joke in this special goes back 8 years.
Perfect. Makes me feel good because I've been working on this set for a long time. I'm like, is this okay? Because there's some stuff that I brought back from a long time ago and like, oh yeah, just keep doing it until you want to put it out. It's okay to do that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. Keep baking it. The newest joke was about at the time of taping was about 4 months old. Yeah.
But the reason I brought that up was because, why did I bring it up?
You were telling.
Oh yeah, because you've been on a press run, so
This is
I'm
different.
aware.
This is not that.
Yeah, I know, but you're tired, or a person would be tired. So I'm glad we took the edible.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I've been 2 weeks on the road doing press like 5-6 hours a day, 7 hours, 8 hours a day.
Look at this boy? How fucking cute is he?
I mean,
I'm gonna get him. I'm bring him over here.
Immediately he fell into this role. He's just a cuddly little love bug. He's cute.
I don't have my headphones.
Okay.
Come here, baby boy. Who's your baby?
I have so many questions. We're going to be jumping all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
What a sweetheart.
The first few days, he was so scared to like. He was okay with me, and he was okay inside. But like even going outside, I didn't know if he even had the thought of thinking if I go outside, I'm gonna have to go someplace bad. Terrified to go outside. Terrified to go through doorways.
Terrified is the name of my new special. It's on YouTube right now.
We'll put a link in the description. We'll also put a thumbnail up here, and you can.
Yes.
And now I just see him getting more comfortable every day.
Oh my God.
Also, I wipe his feet whenever we come in. That's it.
It's a must. That's a must.
You do too?
When I've had pets, 100%.
Even though their bodies are in the grass and stuff, I'm living with a dog.
Mm-hmm. Couch.
Getting a call from somebody's one name.
Share?
No, but I've put the name in before. I don't know.
Sebastian, because he dropped the.
No, but I would know who that is.
Okay.
Did he drop the?
He dropped the Maniscalco.
Too confusing. And he's jumped like I'm washing up for bed. He goes in my bed. He goes on the pillow, so like it's his little bed, and I'm like, I don't love it, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, you have to give him something.
And once you allow it, it's like, okay, well, these are the new rules.
Right.
And the rule, it's almost like not quite the wiring in the brain changes, but the physics of the universe does a little outside of me.
You've accepted it. Something has changed, then you've accepted it, and so there's a new normal.
Yeah, and I think that I'm really excited about like what that might mean.
I would be. I haven't had a dog in so long. I want one so bad. It's just not the right time for me. I want to be able to give it what it needs. But man, this is a home run dog already. I could just the temperament and just that like it's just so that's just really nice, right? Just to have this kind of energy amongst
unbelievable.
you. Yeah.
It's just this all the time here, and I love him.
Yeah.
I also like you guys don't get to see the face right now. But like he's happy. But I'm gonna do it. I want to turn so everyone else can enjoy it.
He'll settle right back in.
Yeah,
He's
you little boy.
such a cute dog. Wow. How long did it take you to find him?
So I've been looking at dogs and wanting dogs for years.
Okay.
Longest I've wanted a dog was 8 years. The newest, I'd say, in the past like 4 months.
4 months.
And I have a little bit of a story. I told it on a podcast, I think, and so I don't know if it's whatever. A few weeks ago, I found a squirrel that was, I'll put the video up, limping around on the street by me. But on the street, meaning it wasn't going in the grass, could not make it up, and it was, squirrels are so cute.
Like an injury limp or like a gangster lean?
No. Like a gangster lean, but it was an injury limp.
Okay.
And I follow accounts that have squirrels that live with them. I would never want to take a wild animal and not let it be outside. But when you rehab them, if they can't go outside, I've thought about I would have a squirrel.
Okay.
So I was out there for hours because it was going in circles, and then it hit under a car, and he was so scared. So scared. We'll trim this down if it's too long. I want to show you what the squirrel looks like.
Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to. It's tough to see something like that and then just keep going.
Okay, what do you do? Yeah, here, come here. This is.
Oh wow.
Hi, buddy. You could come here.
gosh, he's so scared.
Just so scared. And I don't know what to do with this thing, and I don't know how to rehab it.
Did you cook it?
No. No. Get back in the microphone. I cooked it. Funny stuff, though.
Oh, it's, you know, I'm going to take swings.
Do you know how I would feel if I had to eat a squirrel that I found that I thought was cute?
I know how you'd feel because I am applying it to myself and then projecting how.
Well, one word. I think we both know how we would feel. 1, 2, 3. Terrified.
Elated.
Elated is how you'll feel after you watch.
You were right. I was wrong.
Listen, if you're not going to support Sal Vulcano, you might as well just cut off the last name.
That's so nice. You're wearing the band T-shirt to the concert.
I'm wearing the band T-shirt to other people's concerts. You out of your mind? So I got this squirrel, and I was able to capture it. I was able to capture it in a box. Do you know what box? Go Methodology. Go Methodology is a meal delivery service.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
Maybe not, but I'm a customer either way.
Yeah.
They have sponsored. And I do know that still, if you go to gomethodology.com/TYSO and use code TYSO, you will get 10% off your first box. You don't have to do it, though.
That was a freebie for them.
That was a freebie
That's really
for who?
nice.
For Go Methodology or for my audience?
Go Methodology and
That's a
your
freebie
audience.
for my audience.
Yeah.
So good. So I put the box on its side, and I just said, come in. And it did. It knew it needed help.
Oh, wow.
I found this rescue. I brought it to this animal place that knows rescues. While I was there, I saw 3 dogs in the window. And I'm like, one of them in particular.
Don't tell me the squirrel led you to the dog.
Well, I've been wanting dogs. So when I saw these dogs and they're so cute, as when I see dogs, they're often cute, I go, the squirrel did this. There's a reason. Let the squirrel have fallen off of a tree to get hip dysplasia at 8 months old, so I could then find a baby to take care of.
Yes, the squirrel limped so you could walk,
Okay.
not run.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The squirrel limped so I could run.
Well, walk.
The squirrel limped so he
you
could
had
walk.
to go. Yeah, the squirrel limped so he could walk, so you could run. You could jog.
Yeah. Whatever it
It was
is.
a brisk pace.
Yeah.
The squirrel was the only one that was limping. Put it that way.
And they found a woman who specializes in rehabilitating squirrels. And there's another story about the dog that maybe I'll tell you if it's worth it, but I don't want to keep going. I want to talk with you. But I will say I was looking forward to getting this dog for a week. A ridiculous thing happened and I wasn't able to get the dog. Ridiculous. Interested? So I then, I go, I can't get the dog. I leave and I'm so sad. I've been thinking about this dog and this squirrel.
That particular.
It wasn't this dog.
Okay.
It was a different dog.
Okay.
So I go through my day, I'm doing my stuff. Hours later, I'm like, I need a fucking dog. Because I already made the decision. You know, like we've broken down the wall. I'm going to do it. I know it's scary. It's blah, blah, I'm going to do it. So I went to this other place. I get animals. I look at animals often. And they have a lot of people that do fosters and you can adopt and blah, blah, blah. And then I found this dog and I just put him on my lap and he just stayed with me. And I'm like, I'm doing it. And I wanted to name him after something that was like a squirrel. And originally I was thinking Rocky, because my brother loved Rocky and Bullwinkle. Mm-hmm. But Rocky, the association is too strong for me. Mm-hmm. And I ended up, he looks like a little chipmunk a little bit. He has a little fox tail. And that's where we get Alvin.
It's perfect. I love it.
Wait till you hear the story about the dog I didn't get.
And by the way, I'd like to know, but also, Simon Theodore. Now, you know what? I think either of them I would have liked any of them.
I have an Uncle Simon and a cousin Teddy Theodore, who comes on the podcast all the time. My brother even suggested I could have Simon, Teddy, and Alvin on together.
You should name him Dave Seville.
Dave Seville, is that a squirrel?
No,
Or chipmunk?
that's the guy
Who voices him?
The human.
That's a human Alvin?
No, that's the human character in the Chipmunks. He's like their band manager.
Oh.
He knows it.
No, he was thinking like, oh,
It's a bit much. It's a bit much. You're taking this bit a little too far, guys.
you're so fucking cute.
That's great.
So when somebody's coming on to promote, you talk about the promote, you do the thing. And like, I want to do that. I also want to do other stuff and I want to catch up, but I'm also feeling like
So much to do.
I'm feeling myself I need to like, could you take the lead for me right now?
Yeah, of course I can.
Tell me things.
I tell you things.
Ask me things, tell me things. It's your podcast for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can do that.
But it's not to interview me. It's your podcast. It's you're doing a solo podcast.
Okay.
And I'm in town. You're like, do you want to come on and be like color person for this? I'm sorry,
Sure.
a colored.
Yeah, you don't want to make that mistake.
Yeah.
Not in 2023.
We recorded this a while ago.
Yeah, let me see something real quick. Just if you allow me a moment.
Take it. How do I care?
I'll tell you a fun little tidbit. All right, do you want just random story? Do you want me to stay in this lane right here? Just recent.
This was a fun episode. We ended it. Now we're starting a new one. You know, while you're here, I know you have to do a solo podcast for your Patreon.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do it now, and I'll just be part of it.
Sure, yeah. Let me tell you guys a little story that recently I remembered. So we tour on the road, right? And I was on the road.
The Impractical Jokers.
You and I, as comics, the Impractical Jokers also tour on the road. And by the way, for all my fans out there, last leg of this Drive tour is right now. We're going through August. It's about 20 cities left. The last time you can see this. All right, SalVulcanoComedy.com for tickets. And then
you guys aren't doing another tour ever again?
Well, it's not. We don't know. I mean, this is the end of this tour that we've been doing for a year.
This might possibly be. There might possibly only 20 shows ever that they could ever see.
It could be.
I don't mean to be mean to your audience right now.
Yeah.
But they would have to be out of their fucking minds not to go to one of these shows.
I didn't say it.
I heard the tickets are really expensive. Aren't they like $300-$400 a piece though? It's worth it, but
It depends where you get them from. If you get them directly from us, yes. But if you get them from a discount site, they could be cheaper.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And that ends in August. And then my brand new tour, the Everything's Fine tour, begins right after that in September. So I never go down. I go from then to me, from then to me, from then to me. But
so first you were terrified, but now everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm at peace. And this tour is going to be a real humdinger because it's coming off my very first special that I put out, and I really want to get to everywhere, even overseas. And so it's all new material. If you've ever seen me in the past, nothing's the same. And if you saw the special, nothing's the same. So everything, me, the guys, SalVulcanoComedy.com. Now, where was I?
I think you were in Amsterdam?
No.
Chicago?
Oh, you mean for the special?
I was just answering you in a silly way. You were talking about the specials to get your tickets, and then you remembered something.
Yeah, I remember. So I was on the road, and this was years ago. And I see, like, you ever on stage and like something will catch your eye that you'll end up focusing on, you know, whether it's someone not laughing or someone very peculiar or whatever the thing may be, you know. And I see to the right, is this stage right? Stage right. I'm stage. If I'm on stage, is that stage right? It is. It's stage right.
Stage right is from the audience's point of view.
Remember.
I'm 85% sure. Is stage right from the audience's point of view? Stage directions are given from the perspective of the actors on the stage. Cut to all the times I was doing plays and I'm always on the wrong side, me being annoyed with them. Because when I say screen right, it must be the same thing, but I'm always picturing it like, because I give notes to my animator and I say screen right. Tom knows what he's talking about. Tom, point to screen right for me. I was wrong.
It's to the left side of the page.
Now, in case I was right, we'll do this. Tom, point to screen right to me. Oh, I'm right. It must be different with...
And don't worry, I'll have him do this for you. No problem.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's weird because we were filming it at my place. I thought it was mine for a second. That's my bad.
I understand. You're comfortable enough with me. It's a compliment to me that you will just bark commands at my producer. I'm on stage, and in my right stage periph, I see.
RSP.
Yeah. Oh my God! I can't wait for you to acronym me up today. I see a guy who seems to be like kind of like sitting up in his seat a bit, like maybe even like on his knee, like he's higher, like significantly higher than the people around him. And I don't know if he was just like, you know, in anticipation or
maybe
if
he was sitting on books.
He could have been sitting on books. At that point, I didn't know. I was none the wiser. But I watched him, and he was there for a while like that. And I could see that, you know, I thought he was being inconsiderate.
Because he was a little higher up?
Well, it kind of like... The way that I saw it, he was just kind of like maybe like doing like this or whatever, like, you know, like just like you know what I mean, like just kind of like I felt like he could have adjusted the way he was sitting to make it more amenable to everyone around him.
How was doing that getting in the way of anybody?
Well, look, it wasn't that he was tall, but imagine like a 6.5 foot guy sitting there, but he wasn't that tall.
So 6'6"?
Yeah. I mean, I to this day I don't know to this day, believe it or not, I don't know his exact measurements, but
I was asking what 6.5 meant. Did you mean 6 1/2 inches or 6.5 as in 6.5 feet.
I meant, did I say 6'5"?
You said 6.5, which to me is 6'6".
Then I meant 6.5 feet.
So 6 feet and 1/2 inch. What's the half?
6.6. 6
Yeah,
feet, 6 inches.
6'6".
Yeah. Yeah. And now look, if you want, I'll
No. I'm
I'll
really
follow
just trying to
up here
understand.
on another episode. But I don't know what, I wish I knew the detail. I had to think about it, but I don't know what made me glean that he was being inconsiderate. Okay.
That I get.
And as
You
I'm
felt
going,
it.
and I walk, when I'm on stage, I walk. And so I'm going and I'm kind of looking, because the lights, and I'm like, yeah, this guy is like, it's annoying me. Like sometimes people drink too much and they stand or like, and so I just thought it was something of that nature. And so after like 5 minutes, I just turned and said, I was on stage with the guys. I turned and I just called it out. I don't know. I was just getting under my skin. I said, "Excuse me, sir." I said, "Look, enjoy yourself. Thank you for coming. Nothing against you. But honestly, there's a whole, everyone here is trying to watch the show and you got people behind you trying to look around you.
I get it now.
And so please, I said, just do me a favor, okay? Just sit down. Just be considerate to other people. I literally I wasn't like mean, but I was stern.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I projected my at least slight annoyance,
Mm-hmm. which
which is also magnified in that situation because that's not something that's happening. So to probably everybody else, they'd be like, oh, and I probably maybe was going to make a joke out of it. I don't know if I did because I was cut off by him. And he yelled something out to me. And I didn't hear what he said. And then I said, what? And then he yelled it again. He went, I'm in a wheelchair. And the audience collectively were like, oh, it's just like you would imagine how they would react. It was like it just swept over the theater, like it didn't even matter. It was, and you had to wait for it to simmer. Like it's just like it was a mix of holy fucking shit. That's the funniest, worst thing that could ever happen. Oh my god, that's insulting. Oh my god, I hope this guy's not offended. Oh my god, I feel bad for Sal. It was just a cacophony of emotion emoting from everyone, and you have to make a joke. And I was like, guys, let's all take a beat here. I was like, obviously, I didn't know he was in a. I would never say that if I knew he was in a wheelchair, because there was the contingent of people that were like, oh no, and it's like you have to be like idiots. Not that they're idiots, but they're idiots. It's what it is. And I'm like, I also, I'm a comedian, I'm a professional comedian. It's not like I was like, oh no, I'm against the ropes. But it was also, I had to take a beat just like everybody else and just like be like, oh my God. Like I still felt the same human emotion as everybody else before I snapped in and started to talk about it. And, I did a riff on it and it was fine. It was fun, funny, whatever. A year later on the road, I'm back at that theater. I forget which one it is now, but I'm back and I recall that this is where this happened because it was insane. And I'm on stage and I'm like looking for the guy. I'm like, did he come again? You know what I mean? And I see him. I end up seeing, he's like, oh, same thing. He's only like a few rows in, stage left. And I go and I'm walking and I make eye contact with him and I'm not telling the story yet. And I walk over to him and I'm looking at him and he's in a t-shirt that says, I'm in a wheelchair.
Bro.
And I lost my shit. And I retold the whole story. And he's like, I just wanted to make sure you didn't, have any confusion this time.
Wow.
He had a t-shirt made. He tweeted it. I have a picture of him.
We'll put it up.
Yeah. Really, really funny, man. Just really funny moment. It's just something
but if I say we'll put it up screen left. Okay, here. We're on Sal's camera. If I say we'll put it up screen left.
I'll put it up, but yeah. I'll put it up for you.
Yeah. Well, will meaning
the royal will.
Where's it going to be?
I feel like screen left is I'm the viewer and it's to the left of my screen.
That's what I would think.
Stage
Is screen
rules
left and stage
don't
left different?
apply.
Okay.
Not here, not for me, not now, not today. Will things change?
Screen left and camera left. So camera left might be the same as stage left. But screen.
I wouldn't place a wager on it. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I wasn't there when all this was being talked out.
The guy that was in a wheelchair.
I'll never forget his
What
name.
is that?
Ryan was
Still, he was just higher up.
Yeah, I guess he was on those, dubs or whatever you want to do. Maybe he had some 22s. I don't know. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'll put it to you this way. It was higher than the velvet like the theater chair for sure.
How many women have you slept with?
Today?
Total.
Two.
Really?
Yeah.
My buddy John, he's only slept with his wife. Well, the two of us.
Nice. Or not.
No, I was just joking about that part.
Okay.
But he goes, hey, I hit a home run on my first at bat. Why would I go again?
That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grounded out first. And then I actually, I singled, stole second. And I'm there right now. I'm just waiting to see what happens next.
It's fabulous.
It's you. You bring it out of me.
Well, I'm saying what happens after second base, not just what you're doing.
Oh, well then I detract that. That was a little bit arrogant of me then.
Do you think anybody's like, what is he drinking?
I think most people are. It's very dark.
Yeah, I put some because I didn't really eat before you got here. I had myself a mush. Have yourself a mush.
Yeah, well, I didn't eat. Yeah.
And then I took I put a little collagen protein.
Oh, that's excellent. By the way, you should do that till day's end. It's really, really. I mean, you've taken it already, but I was recently turned on to that, and I think it's very beneficial. What's your take on egg creams?
Could we make sure you would chew away from that, huh? I don't know about egg cream. I'll also tell you just while you're chewing, I don't really like eggs, but I eat them because my body responds well to them. So I try to every day. I don't, but I try to every day have between 3 and 5 hard-boiled eggs. I also don't like the taste of the yolks. It's not really a nutritional thing. It makes me want to vomit. So I hard-boil, I take out the yolks. And I might want to get to a point where I could give him my yolks.
Can you give dog yolks?
Oh, yeah.
We'll double back to this, but can I tell you that I recently found out that dogs shouldn't eat more things than I realized.
There's a lot of things they're not supposed to eat.
Chocolate and poinsettias is what I heard my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know grapes. Mm-hmm. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. And then there was some other things.
No onions or garlic, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. What happened there? What's that about?
I don't know. I really don't.
No.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. I do feel a lot better, Dad.
Ricky, that's because you saw BetterHelp and you had a lot of anxiety and tension and you couldn't make a hoop.
Sometimes I feel like I have nobody I can talk to and I just take it to the streets. And it just doesn't work.
Ricky, you have to stop comparing and focus with BetterHelp.
You mean like this? Wow, that does help, Dad. Sometimes I feel like there's nobody I could talk to and I don't want to have to find a therapist because it's hard to find. That's where BetterHelp comes in. You could go to betterhelp.com/TYSO not only to get 10% off your first month, but also to help you excel in all the ways that you need to. You don't want to have to go there and wait in front of a waiting room. You get to do it from the comfort of your own home. And guess what? You could sign up for a clinically licensed therapist and find a new one in 48 hours. Here's the deal. Sometimes we all need a little bit of help. Thanks for the rebound. Or should I say, thanks for the help, Dad. BetterHelp.com, not only do you get to have somebody listen to your problems, you also get to have somebody figure out some of the questions and the answers that you didn't even know you needed to ask. For example, is this out of my range? It used to be, but with BetterHelp, it's not anymore. Visit BetterHelp.com/TYSO for 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp.com.
No, it's help. H-E-L-P.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's
You know what, Dad? You need to stop comparing and you need to start focusing with BetterHelp. Oh,
BetterHelp.com/TYSO. BetterHelp.
wow.
Stop comparing.
I do
and
feel
focus.
better now. Thanks, BetterHelp. Did that go in at least?
Yes. A little rim, but it went in.
I'm really tired, Dad. Whoops. Doesn't mean I don't want to get the right shot. And that's all well and good, I guess, but there is a reason why they call us the Glassmen. Wow, nice shot, Dad. And if you live in New York and you want to give yourself a great shot at getting an amazing lunch or dinner, head on over to the Lower West Side in Greenwich Village at the Organic Grill. It's one of my favorite restaurants, and it just so happens to be vegan. No, I'm not vegan, but they are, and they are fresh, and everything is made in-house. I'm not just talking about their sauces. They even make their buns in-house, and they got gluten-free ones that are unbelievable. But the problem is, they're going through a little bit of a tough time right now. And I don't want my favorite restaurant closing down, and that's why I'm doing this commercial. This is not a paid ad, But if you don't live in New York, I'd love for you to head on over to their GoFundMe. I'll put the link in the description. And if you do live in New York, I'll also put the link to their menu in the description. I'm telling you, this is one of my absolute favorite restaurants. In fact, I would give it a 5 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Or should I say a 6 out of 6? Yeah, this place is hot. Or should I say it's a 7 out of 7? Head on over to the Organic Grill's GoFundMe and give them some help. Or should I say they're an 8 out of 8? Man, I'm so out of breath. We've been playing so much basketball. But I also want to make sure I'm not making a joke out of this. Organic Grill is truly one of my favorite restaurants. It's so fresh, it's so healthy, and I really want to get more people to find this place. If you live in New York, it is so absolutely worth checking it out. Check out the Organic Grill in Greenwich Village. Again, all the information's in the description.
I really don't know. But I just know if I'm ever going to give him something that isn't my thing, like his food, I'll probably end up looking it up. I did just get into free plug Farmer's Dog. I haven't gotten him yet, but that's where I think what I'm going to be feeding him.
Oh, okay. It's like a smart health.
It's like human grade stuff, and they ship it to you frozen.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, it just looks it looks like a nice food.
When I was younger and lived with my grandparents for a few years, they had dogs, and my grandfather never fed them dog food. They just ate human food.
I know people that they cook for them and their dog.
It wasn't good. I mean, I gave them hot dogs and stuff, but like,
Oh,
you know,
man.
it was a different time.
We're still eating them.
You know, if they were smoking unfiltered cigarettes, these dogs. They had
The dogs
no
were?
idea to smoke with filter.
The dogs?
Yeah, if it was a holiday.
Wow.
Oh.
The hot dogs are something where it's like I don't eat them anymore because they gross me out. But I do treat myself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 times I could think of. If I'm at a movie theater stoned, I'm probably going to get a hot dog with so many jalapenos. I love pickled jalapenos. You know what I did last time I went to the movies when I saw the new Planet of the Apes? The 4th one. Do you watch this?
I've seen a couple
Rise,
of them.
Dawn,
It's been a
War,
minute.
and then.
I heard good things.
Well, I'm not in an attempt to not spoil anything, and also not to be. I loved the first 3, but the 4th one I went and I didn't get the hot dog because I'm like I just had Chinese food. I didn't need it, but I was really wanting those jalapenos, so I just got a whole bunch of jalapenos and I threw them in with the popcorn, bruh.
Oh, whoa.
Bruh, pickled jalapenos.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't see that coming regardless.
And they're a little wet, so like made it soggy in the
Yeah.
best way. It was because they're also salty, kind of.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, you see a jalapeno chip. I never made the connection.
Good call.
Yeah, but isn't it great when you invent something? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know Steve Jobs felt that way.
Yeah.
Or Wozniak, to all you haters.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, when you come up with something and you're like, holy shit. Do you have any food things that you've come up with? I have a few.
This isn't like groundbreaking, and I'm sure it's just been done. But one time, I crunched up some salt and vinegar Pringles
Okay.
into like not a dust, but
For a fry?
well, like they were. I would say they were like maybe like I just crunched them up, and then I had a ham, boar's head ham, deli ham, sliced thin, only way to go, and then it was almost like I was rolling a joint with the ham. And that paid dividends for quite some time. And I haven't done that in a while, but I tweeted about it the night I did it. I don't know if I was high or not, but I just said
You were.
I invented a sandwich or whatever. I said I invented something. I call it the fat fucking loser. That's what I did. Yeah. Because I was alone. It was 2 a.m. and I was, to be honest, I was just rolling up chips in ham. So if you take a step back, not a bad
It's
name.
adding crunch. People do things like Bobby Flay adds potato chips sometimes to his sandwiches.
Textures, babe. It's half the battle.
I see people a lot of times will take their chips, whether they're Pringles or anything, basically instead of breadcrumbs. I've seen people even do it with like
Cornflakes?
Or what comes with the marshmallows, Lucky Charms. But to do for breadcrumb and to fry and stuff.
Wow.
Let me tell you my favorite sauce that I make. All right, we don't have to talk about it. I take
Again with this.
equal parts barbecue sauce, and I'm talking. There's lots of barbecue sauces out there, but I'm talking barbecue sauce. I'm not talking Sweet Baby Ray's, which, no disrespect to the flavor, that sauce is unbelievable.
Okay.
Ingredient number 1 is high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, you can't.
So but like it's so good and it's thick. Like, what is that? How do we find that texture? How do we find it? So I like a smoky, I like a spicy, I like lots of them. But finding a barbecue sauce that you like and then do equal parts barbecue sauce and honey. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, honey barbecue. I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
That ain't equal parts. That's they add a little honey and for the sweetness to the barbecue.
Whoa.
You might as well call it a barbecue honey as much as a honey barbecue.
Right.
Equal parts honey. So this barbecue sauce is now thick.
It's viscosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I add a healthy amount of Montreal seasoning. For people that don't know what that is, which is surprising to me, it's steak seasoning, it's salt, pepper, garlic, granules, onion stuff. Montreal seasoning, a healthy amount. And then your hot sauce of choice, I like to use some type of a sriracha. Barbecue sauce, honey, equal parts.
I go Frank's Red Hot there. And I'm not a spice guy, but
Okay, to flavor. The hot sauce is to flavor.
sriracha you're adding too.
But the Montreal seasoning too. At that point, you're eating fries. The fries are just an edible spoon.
They're along for the ride.
It's just, yeah, I mean, I guess I need something to put this into my
At
mouth.
that point, the helmet's wearing you for protection.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you get to if you have a sandwich, you could pour some on, you get to dip, you get to try. Also,
the
it's
versatility. Now it's also that flavor profile is changing so many things that you've never put it on before. It's almost exciting to think, what will this go with? How many times did you do it before you perfected it, or was it out of the gate?
So I discovered, I don't remember when, but I mean, I didn't discover honey. Obviously, I didn't invent it. I mean, like, I've always known about honey. There was a moment where I realized how good honey is with fries.
Oh, wow.
Honey and salty.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, makes sense.
So good. And then I also noticed I like hot chicken. Putting honey on hot chicken is really good, and it mellows it a little.
Yeah.
So I'm a barbecue guy. Listen,
If nothing else.
I don't eat ketchup. I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like mustard. I don't do many sauces. I don't do vinegar, vinaigrettes.
Wow.
Barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Barbecue sauce or beans is what I use to dip. So I would add a little honey. I would have barbecue sauce and honey, and I would do this.
Is it a guilty pleasure or something that you go to whenever you feel?
I make it constantly. Anything you want to put barbecue sauce or honey on, do this.
Is it the raw, organic, like grade, whatever honey? Is that like that?
Yeah, I like to get organic honey, but whatever.
Because there's like honey that's like much more thick.
Not that. Well, the manuka isn't even tasty. That's like for health stuff. But yeah, the stuff that's like has pieces of the honeycomb and stuff. I want a sauce still.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I get In-N-Out, and I cut my In-N-Out burgers into quarters because not always, but I like to because I can never put it. Once I pick up a sandwich, it's here until it's gone.
Okay.
Right? Because I don't want to lose anything.
Sure.
So
It's a delicate balance.
so then I could be hanging out with you and Brad Pitting it all day, but I'm going to be inspired to take a bite when it's in my hand more.
Right.
So having four corners, it's like having four little sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
So I could eat one and then I could take a break. Also, I could dip from any point. So I like to get, I usually will get 3 burgers from In-N-Out, no doubles because I get whole grill onion, lettuce pickle, grilled onion, lettuce pickle, and then lettuce pickle. You know, you could say whole grill onion.
No.
I'm talking too much now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I just got in my head
right
about
here
talking
with
too
you.
much.
I'm into this. I want you to keep going. Don't do that.
Sometimes I realize how much I talk.
You're wild. This is a podcast, and I'm here for this, and so are the people listening. This is crazy talk. I mean, please keep going. This is. I'm very enthused.
If you get grilled onions, they're giving you grilled onions the way they often are caramelized. When you get whole grilled onions, it does 2 things. 1, they make whole grilled onions to order, so you know you're getting it more fresh. 2, it covers the size of the patty, so you're getting it every bite.
Every bite.
I also like raw onions sometimes, and it's fun.
I love raw onion, even more than a grilled on a burger.
So I do both. Not together, but
Well, not caramelized. I guess you can grill it, but I love that crunch of the onion.
well, yeah, the whole grill has
The
more
raw,
crunch than the
yeah.
regular.
Yeah.
But I like to do each, and the reason I like to do that is I can't make up my mind, but also different flavor profiles, and I get to do a little bit different and little dips. And I also will sometimes make that sauce and then also have just a side of honey.
Absolutely.
Dip
I
some.
love this is how I eat. It's actually a thing I've took on. I will now, if I'm ordering food or whether I'm at an establishment or I'm getting it delivered, whatever, I like this. I always tell my wife, I love variety. She knows I love variety. So I'll order like 4 things and then I'll eat some of each of them. because I don't want to just be like eating this. It's just like I want to do this dance. You know, I want this. Now I feel like I want this. I'm gonna have this 2 times in a row. I'm saving this till the end. Or what if this sucks? It's not my problem. I have 3 more.
Well, it could be your problem. It's not now.
Yeah, it's
because
not
you have
now.
options.
It's not now.
I Am Legend's a great movie. Okay. And it's really just one guy the whole movie. If I go someplace and I'm just getting one thing, so be it. But I usually like to watch a movie that has a whole bunch of different people.
Preference is what I'm talking about, yeah.
I love Chinese food for that reason, because Chinese food is where we're getting little things.
You order it intrinsically that way is how you order. It's not like, oh, I have this idea, I'm going to order a few. By nature,
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But you could do this. You could do this with anything, with sauces. You know what I'm saying? You get a burger and fries, it's a burger and fries. But if you have a barbecue sauce, a hot sauce, a whole bunch of different sauces, you have a honey, you have some with onions, some without, you could have little tastes.
Oh, yeah.
And you could. Do you ever get massages?
Yeah.
You know, once they start slapping your back, you know
it's over.
Yeah. You're not enjoying the last 10 minutes as much as the rest because you're just thinking about it's about to end.
The ending. Yeah.
That with food, it's like I always forget. Once you hit halfway, you're like, okay. Not that, I'm still going to be hungry. It doesn't matter if I'm hungry or not. I'm full. It doesn't mean I don't want the tastes in my mouth.
Right.
So I still want it. And I still do, but order lots of food. I will always order, this sounds so gluttonous, but it doesn't go to waste.
Sure.
But I will almost always order 2 entrees. Now, listen, if I only eat one, so be it. I'll eat the next one for lunch the next day.
Absolutely.
But to not have something in my fridge ready to eat it's being out of town and being out of underpants. Thank you. So I get lots of food. And then it's not that, oh no, I'm going to run out of food. It's, oh no, I'm hurting myself.
Okay, yeah.
I want more.
Yeah, it's there. It's there, and it's a possibility with 0 barrier to entry.
And we could trick ourselves. It's not how much food you eat. It's how many units. I open a big bag of chips. I open a bag. I'm gonna finish the bag. It's a big bag of chips. It's a little bag of chips.
Yeah.
There are a lot of times I just went to Canada and
Prove it.
well, look at.
Yeah, you have a Canadian sheen.
I was just saying how tired my arms are.
Oh, right.
But whenever I go to Canada,
I missed that one, boy.
Big time.
That was 101.
Yeah, Sal is doing a lot of press, and boy, is he tired. So I like getting honey from the duty free. Not honey, but the maple syrup.
Oh, yeah,
I don't even eat it that much, but whenever I have, you go into my fridge, there will be a glass jar with some nice maple syrup. If you need syrup, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
very adult, by the way.
To have a nice
I remember
syrup?
when I switched over to that, like, this is pure from the grade A glass bottle. Glass bottle syrup is you're leveling up.
You know what? You know what's something I love about Go Methodology? Almost all their food comes in glass jars.
Well, I love that.
Glass jar. And the food, bro, I'm telling you, we're talking food.
I use a meal service, and I'm going to stop mine just to try.
I want you to try it. So they're in California. They're either now or about to be in New York.
Okay.
But that's on the day of the menu. They go nationwide, but you can't pick it. They send you like a 3 or a 5 day. You could say I'm vegan or I'm meat or whatever.
Sure.
I don't mean to make a commercial out of this.
Yeah.
But if they have it, I'm telling you, it's that feeling where in my fridge I have these glass jars like I'm going to like it's MTV Cribs.
Yes.
You know, and I'm going in
Yes.
and I get to pick, and the food, it's all cooked, so you heat it up. I almost never heat it up. I also just like cold food.
Me too.
I go in there and I'm like I have a vending machine. Ooh, I'll have the taco salad or I'll have the whatever. The food is so good.
That's encouraging.
Where while I'm eating it, I make a noise.
Oh yeah. When I love food, I actually begin to hum or sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gets the dopamine going.
Yeah, it does, and I always sometimes I don't even realize it. I'm like, and I'm like, oh my god, I really like this.
Maybe I've told you this before. My dad does this when he drinks a root beer, only a root beer. No, root beer or a lemonade. And he's not doing it as a joke. He means it. He'll do this. He'll open up. First up.
Yes, it just comes out.
He
of you.
loves it.
Yeah. Oh my god. So one time, my baby, she was crying, and she was.
You just talked about this publicly because I remember when we did it the first time.
Never in my life. I have hundreds and hundreds of podcasts.
What made you want to?
Yeah, so I I really at
open
all
about it.
costs want to protect my privacy.
Yeah.
That's really it. You know, I just don't think that I believe these two worlds can be separate. You know, we're living in a day where we don't notice it, but more and more and more people are just giving everything away. Like just there's no line. It's like it's blurred already. Like anyone can videotape you. Anyone, these podcasts, we talk for hours
And you
hours.
forget because it's little information here, but over all these things, people start to we're giving more than we meant to.
They know you
Yeah.
the way that your friends knows you all of a sudden. Like, you know what I mean?
Both Adam Ray and Eric Griffin are two friends that they were good. They're good friends of mine before podcasting. Since podcasting, they've become two of my best friends.
Right.
I've gotten closer to them for podcasting. Why wouldn't the people listening also?
Right, exactly.
And that's great, but there are some things I feel the same way about personal life.
For both privacy terms and because the internet is so toxic.
Yep.
And once you give an inch, people, it's just a small minority of people that ruin it for everybody, kind of.
Yep.
And make you want to have a guard up.
Yep.
I know that eventually it would have to come out. I also want to be expressive and live my life and be able to I'm having a loss for words lately. I want to be able to express my happiness and joy, for my family and my daughter.
Yeah.
So, and I knew I was going to start I'm writing the new hour, and I knew I wanted to talk about it on stage.
Right.
So it's going to start trickling out, doing spots for a year. You know what I mean? So it came up organically with Theo, and I knew that if I
Theo
spoke,
Vaughn's podcast.
yes, and I knew that if I spoke about it and I wanted it out, I could just take it out.
Yeah.
And so I kind of took a deep breath, and we just kind of went back and forth on it, got lost in the conversation. And to be honest, for a week after that, he let me decide to the morning it was going out. And I didn't know till the morning it was going out.
Right.
And it was literally, viscerally gave me pure anxiety, like my beating out of my chest, almost like
you're letting the feathers out of the pillow type of thing?
yeah, like trying to, literally, I remember when I was going to text him, go for it. I was literally trying to catch my breath. And my heart was beating so fast because once you give it, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I've kept privacy, which is a commodity, for 13 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be a new normal. And this is nothing against the wonderful people who have supported me over these years. Like I said, just a small amount of people that I play myself on TV. There's not really a line there, and there's a familiarity. And I don't want to talk about, once I let it out of the bag, accepted everyone. But
Do you also feel like it's none of your business?
I do, not in a bad way, in a human way.
No, I
Yeah.
feel that way. I feel that way. It's none of your business.
Yeah. And I talk about everything else. So I'm just keeping one thing for me, and it's protecting the things I love the most. And I just knew it was going to come out. And so I talked about it, and I can't speak about my daughter or even my wife. I can't speak about them with absolutely beaming. It'll be a replay of what happened if I start talking about it. It's no drug could ever this. It's a cure-all. It's just, my goodness, it's the greatest thing. It immediately becomes the greatest accomplishment of your life on site, no matter what you've done, no matter what you think that would be on the top of your resume or in your obituary or whatever. It's not even a far second. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. If the chips are on the table, there's only one thing. And it's amazing because how powerful it is.
Incidentally, compared to what we were saying before, if the chips are on the table, there's only one thing, and that's the main difference between family and food, because you would want variety with real chips.
Correct.
And you don't with your family, which is why you want the privacy. You don't want all these other things there.
I want one chip.
One chip or one dip?
One chip, one dip. Just one of whatever you want to name right now.
Okay.
I would say that. So, I'll save you time.
How do you feel now that it's...
I didn't know how I was going to feel. And, I don't know how it will manifest itself. This has only been a couple of weeks. So I have to live with this forever now. So, I just don't want to be I love talking to people. I give my time to people. But, I just don't want people to be so how's your daughter?
How was it for I know that you were private about a daughter, but were you also private about being married? I don't remember.
Yes, 100%. I would say I'm in a long-term relationship.
Yeah. That's how I always feel I don't want to pretend I'm single. I'm happy talking about I'm in a relationship. Right. But the rest, it's none of your business.
Right. And I mean that respectfully, and I think that people would agree.
Of course, respectfully to me as well.
Yes.
And to the relationship. Do you feel that if you weren't going to be talking about it in this new special, you still would have been out about it?
Most likely.
So it wasn't the special that made you do it?
Not out about it. No, I thought you were saying the other.
So you would have stayed private. So really, the reason you decided to talk about it is because this everything's gonna be okay. I'm okay. What's it called? Your tour?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. You want to be able to talk about this, and that was what you calculated.
Yeah. No, it's what's happening in my life. It's what's most important to me. I want to be able to speak on it. I want to explore it myself, and something that's that important to you. I mean, I have to imagine
That's been such a long part of your life as well.
Yeah, but so like when I'm gonna write about my daughter or my wife, it's gonna come from a way different place of me writing about moths.
What was a different good bit, by the way?
Thank you. I forgot. You said that you. We'll get back to that, but I'm so appreciative that you took the time to watch it, and I think that you were saying that you enjoyed it. In which case, even better. I mean, not that you would tell me that you didn't, but I hold you in such high regard. I think you're a genius. I don't know anyone who doesn't
for
think
weeks.
that. Yeah. I do think you're a genius. I really don't know many people like you. And I respect your sensibilities and ability so much. And so for you to just be like, I enjoy that, it means the world to me.
I watched to the end, including the credits, and I laughed for a different ironic reason. When you see people have their production title cards, I've made a joke, and I think we maybe even did one in this episode where we did it at the end. And the one I always do is it's blah 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 productions. Wah, wah, wah. I don't know why I heard one of those, but one of your producers, they have the cries.
Yeah,
I don't know which one it was. I'm like,
so let me take you there. Let me take you there for a minute. So was
that you?
Yeah, I had a production company.
And yours is the cries?
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you ever see Rick took my production company cries, I've been like, whenever I do a production company thing, I go, wah. What made you want to do cries? It's your baby, obviously.
So it's not a cry, actually. It's a laugh.
What's the difference?
Sometimes there isn't. But I digress there. Like,
but it's a baby. It's
so.
I also want, just for people, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but we'll put it up here.
Right on, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a laugh.
Yeah. No, actually, can I play? You want me to just? No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You put it in already.
Yeah, we heard it. You want to hear it again?
No, it's good. So this is another thing that's happening to me now. Like now that it's out in the open, I do feel a weight lifted because I haven't had a bad experience about it being out yet, and I can only hope that it continues this way. And naturally, because it takes effort to not talk about it, and so I'm expending energy my whole life worrying about it. And now, like, I never wore a ring, and now I'm just like, fuck, and it really does feel like a weight lifted. Although
did your wife understand?
She didn't. She wanted me to.
But I'm saying, did she the
Did
fact
she
that you didn't
understand I
talk
didn't want
about it
to?
for 13 years?
She did understand, but there was also a component where it was like, it's been 13 years.
Yeah.
Like, even for me, like, I want you to be able to live your life, speak on your life.
Was there a certain point where it's been 5 years? Like, was there a certain point where she's like,
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, it's been some time, you know, years, a few years. You get it up to a point. Not that she cared, but she just was like, this doesn't need to be this way. And I'm sure a certain part of her is also like Roman Reigns, acknowledge me. You know what I mean?
What's the saying?
Acknowledge me.
No, Roman Reigns.
Oh, he's a wrestler. He's the champ he was, but he's the biggest star they've had since like Hulk Hogan.
For WWE or WC? Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure part of it was like, oh, it'd be nice to hear me emote about her,
So when people knew you in a relationship, did you never even talk about being in a relationship, or you just didn't give details like name and how serious the relationship was?
For sure. So for years, not relationship at all.
So if you
closed book.
So if you ever had something that happened with your wife that was funny,
X.
You would say X.
Yeah.
Right.
Or one time or whatever.
Yeah. This girl I was with could have been something that happened as long as 4 months ago.
Correct. Or as
late as 8 years.
8 years. Yeah.
I don't know if weed's kicking in or something, or if it was just the fun.
I forgot we even took it.
Me too. But
because it's already... This is this without the weed, so
it's the same thing, right? But something about the way that I said 4 and you said 8.
Yeah.
It also, I felt seen with you.
We're connecting.
Yeah. So something just happened. Like, oh, okay, right. This is
I love
that
all
feeling.
those little moments that just pass that we share with eye contact, that we keep going with, and there's just an unspoken thing. It happens. It's peppered throughout. It's peppered throughout the whole thing. I love you, dude.
I love you so much, dude.
Oh my goodness. I love you. I love you. This is so funny. We do this on every podcast. Please
I don't think we did it on the first one.
Bear with us. Okay, you're right.
And swipe to it.
Man, I love you, dude. I love you. I can
love
cry
you
right
too.
now. I can't express to you. My eyes are watering. I can't express to you the feeling I get opposite you. You're so special.
Are you serious?
Could you zoom in on my eyes so you see them
Yeah,
watering?
but I never know when you're joking.
100%. I told you this
dude,
last time we were
you
here.
get me watery-eyed.
I see.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You're you know they say wife material?
Yeah.
Your best friend
Dude, I can't
material.
believe you got me teary-eyed. This is ridiculous.
I just think you are crying.
They're gonna mock us roundly.
Hey, you know what? This is who we are.
That was just so kind. Like, thanks. I think you're great. This second sleepover is really working out.
Yeah.
Fastest friend I've ever made
Same.
is you.
I think I said that to you on the first one.
Yeah.
Because we had the sleepover thing, and it was like, it feels like you are easily my best friend of someone who I've only known for an hour by
Right.
far.
Right.
And then when I saw you second time, I'm like, still, you know how YouTube will show, it shows like previous 10 episodes, how uploads, how your upload is doing compared to the previous 10.
Yes.
So if there's an upload that's been up for 2 days and 4 hours, it'll show the 9 videos before that when they were
that
also
month.
at that point. Right. So like we were number one for being known each other for 1 hour.
Right.
But as more continue to come, it's like it's still there. It's still like
Oh man.
I don't remember who I explained it to, but I explained to somebody how nice you are. And the example I gave was Sal and I did a podcast. We had just met. We referenced doing a rug commercial at my dad's store. If he ever came to Cleveland, like we were talking about sleepovers, come sleep at my family's house with me. Like we like each other that much.
Cleveland date.
Do you? When is it?
I'll look it up. But
Okay, well, let me finish.
If you think it's not happening,
So we're like, that would be great. Months and months go by. I forgot about this.
did you say what? No, but I don't think you just said what. Did you? What I said?
You said that you would do it.
Oh no, but I don't think they know what I'm saying. That I would do it.
That you would come to my dad's rug store.
Oh, did you say that? Because if you did, I'm
I
so
must
sorry.
not have. My dad's rug store and do a Marshall Rug Gallery commercial with me.
Yeah.
And months go by, and Sal calls me and says, I'm going to be in Columbus. I'm in Cleveland. I don't even think you were performing in Cleveland. I think you flew into Cleveland.
Yeah.
You were there. You flew into Cleveland. You were going to bed, and in the morning driving 2.5 hours to Columbus.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll have a few hours. Do you want me to go to your dad's store? And I'm like, well, I wanted to be there, but kind of like, are you sure you're down to do that? Like, I could get somebody to come film this. And you go, absolutely. I go, how long are you there? Blah, blah, blah. He didn't say he didn't want to. I then realized by asking questions that you had a few hours. You were 30 minutes away, which is an hour round trip plus the thing. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy for you to do that. Maybe we'll do it later. The fact that you remembered that you said you would do it, and then you were in Cleveland, like, I said I would be here. It was like, that is crazy.
Yeah, man.
When's your Cleveland date? Will you look it up?
Yeah, I will right now.
Is this for Impractical Jokers or just you?
This is me.
Where are you playing? Do you know?
I will tell you right now. Let me see here. Please, I hope I have a Cleveland date.
And you're starting in August?
I did. It's March 30th.
Oh, next year? Obviously.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
I mean,
it is a minute away.
We'll have to figure it out, but what's the venue?
I'll look that up as well. Oh, yeah, that just kind of was a letdown. That's a long time away.
Well, I'll be there this summer if you want to come.
I'll come. If I have time down, I'll come. It's less than a 2-hour flight, and I'm coming to hang out with you.
Coming
It's like an hour and 30
from
40.
Cleveland to what airport?
Do I usually
Yeah.
take anyone that has the best time for me?
From Cleveland to New York,
Yeah.
it's under an hour. And the other way, it's over an hour.
It's under?
Going that way.
Oh,
they
wow.
say it's like an hour 20 or something, but from once we start, no.
Okay.
Under an hour.
So I will be, I'll tell you where it will be. Temple Live at Cleveland Masonic.
I don't know. It's
Masonic?
probably part of the Playhouse Square, is my guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very, very beautiful theaters in Cleveland because I don't know if people know this. I like to tell them in case they don't. Cleveland is a very big theater town. After New York, it's number one.
Oh, I didn't
Before
know
Chicago,
that.
when Broadway goes,
Before
when Broadway travels, Cleveland, because Cleveland is 30 minutes, 45 minutes from New York, not the city, the state. It's the first trip, so they will go there, and so everything goes through Cleveland. So I have this big community.
I have no idea. You know what's so funny? I like to see theater in other towns, but usually I don't think anyone has a theater district. I certainly didn't think Cleveland did. I know Chicago does, but I love a theater. I just love a theater. It doesn't matter what's going on. I love a proper theater. I think it's a magical space. And now that I know that, I will be on the lookout for a production.
Listen, if we have to wait until March, maybe even if it's wait till then, maybe you come a day earlier and or stay a day later. But when I'm here for the summer, if you want to come, stay with. There's a room for you at my parents' house. Also, you could fly in for the day and leave. I know you got a family. Can I say that? But if you come, dude, I don't know what. I have Adam Ray's come to my family's house multiple times.
Amazing.
Brent Morin, David Sullivan. I don't know if you actually know David, but anyway.
I don't know David, but one of my closest.
When my friends, you would love.
I know I would. And I've already spoke to your parents.
Yep.
And they're like you. They seem like one of ones.
We would eat so good.
Yeah.
We would get high. We would laugh.
I look forward to it.
We'd have the best time.
It's not if, it's just when.
Well, I would friggin' love it.
Yeah. I mean, me too.
Also, Alvin will come. Ooh, you're gonna be a good trip there soon.
What's your new normal schedule like?
It's still very new. I don't know. I've been waking up earlier, not because he needs me to, but when I wake up, I have a reason to get out.
Sure.
Something I've been telling myself more is get outside, because I'm lonely and I get sad. Humans do, but I've become aware of what makes me happy, but I don't have a very good not work ethic. What's the word? Motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I won't do it. And I really have to psych myself up. I think we talked about this once, but I talk to myself out loud. Buddy, Ricky, go outside, and then we could go. I say we could come back inside after 2 minutes.
Yep.
And if you want to stay out there, stay out there. Yeah, I do that. So I wanted a dog for 3 reasons: the love and connection, and to take care of something. That's one. 2 is
That's 2.
Well, all the emotional.
1 and a
aspect.
1A.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to love something. I want something to love me. I want to take care of something, both to be able to help something that needs it, but also for me to get out of my head.
Of course. It's an amazing thing. It's immediately you have a role.
Yeah.
And you want to do well at it, and you enjoy it. And it's just this new thing all of a sudden that it's something that wasn't there before, and it's just positive, really.
My mom would say positive, and she would capitalize the PAW in case I missed the pun.
Yeah, I always think twice about that when I'm doing one of those, and I always erase and just do lowercase.
I'm not saying my mom's being disrespectful.
I'll lead
I know
you there.
it's not.
You drink it.
I do think that when I do, I feel like I'm being disrespectful to the receiver, like they wouldn't see it.
Yeah,
and if they don't, that's okay.
Right, get it. Don't miss this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes away, subtlety is everything.
But I think my mom doesn't have the same.
She's not a professional comedian.
Yeah.
At least not since I last talked to her.
Since you last talked to her, she did come with me to San Francisco, where I did Cobb's, and it's 400 people. I talked about my mom a bit. I've been talking about my OCDs and where it gets in the way with my mom. And then I brought my mom up on stage, and she annihilated.
Oh, yeah.
Also, when my mom came up, everyone was chanting, Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. She comes up,
cool.
and then she starts doing stand-up and killing. Now, just so it's not like, oh, Rick thinks his mom kills. Yes, I will admit, there's a supportive crowd. It's the guy's mom who came to see. They've seen her online. Also, it's everything she's saying is a callback because it's her point of view after my point of view.
That still doesn't mean, all those qualifiers does not mean that she's going to kill.
Killed.
Amazing.
And shtick. And doing, doing my mom, the way, some podcaster shine might not with stand-up, I'm saying. And then you watch you, it's like, Jesus. She took it to the stage, baby, and she shined the way Debbie shines. And I posted some in one episode. I probably will here, but I'm not all of it. I might post it to a different thing. Here's a little, or maybe, here's a little.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to the show. It was really fun. I'm going to bring up the headliner. You guys, please put your hands together. A local from Cleveland who's visiting San Francisco, and you might know her best as my mom. I know her best as my best friend. Put your hands together for Debbie fucking Glassman.
Well, this is really nice. I don't know what to say, but I can tell you, I swear to God, I use soap and wash my hair. One time he saw that there was the cat the cat truly, it had, they have like hairballs.
What's Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife's name?
Maria
Mom, into the microphone.
And Maria
Dried
and
up.
her son.
Oh, it was a dried up hairball.
Oh, you've been drinking.
Oh, it was a dried up hairball. And I
That's
picked
what it is.
it up.
Did you know I had him on my
And he
podcast?
went insane. He goes, "You're picking up cat shit." I said, "It's not cat, it's a hairball."
What do you mean?
And it's just dried
Anyway,
up.
Maria and their son.
And all I
That's
did
their
was
company.
Okay.
Because her dad.
So, first of all, didn't think you were going to really be doing stand-up. I was just thinking you were coming up with that match. But also, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Hold on. You know I love that,
This
but
is
not
their brand,
earn
and
it.
so I
Here's the
am
thing.
honest.
Because
I
first
haven't
of all,
had it. I wanted to try
something
it.
that happened that I remember.
But I haven't.
This is something that
They were in Shark
happens
Tank.
that you do. So if it was once a hairball, sue me. But that's not what it was, and that's the thing. That's the stuff.
I really think I go into the cat box and pick up dog
Not in the cat box when there was poop. Oh, maybe you remember this one. When the cat poops. The cat, you know what? Cats beat cats sometimes. And they don't always poop in the cat box. And when there's poop that is just on the floor, you pick it up there. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think you go into the cat box.
Do you know Nick Novicki?
Okay, I'll admit.
Of course.
There have been a few times when it's dried. I don't pick up wet dew.
That's the thing. She goes, what? It's hard. But also, the more than picking up the cat shit, the point I'm making is, stay on camera. The point I'm making is, you.
I'll make defend myself. Yes, I'm done.
But you said it's a hairball, and then it wasn't a hairball, and then you said I don't this, and I had to untie a lot of it. So there's something I wanted.
Not that I lie. It's just that something.
My mom was being funny.
Fair. But
I mean, what
My mom's just really funny.
What I do with
So they were giving out samples of that, and I had just seen it on Shark Tank.
And that's the point I'm making.
She asked, "You want a sample?" I don't want to get flagged, but yeah, that's the song.
Dun, dun. Yeah, but that's
So they asked if. Anyway, that was the mom stuff. Isn't she's so fucking?
I mean,
she's so funny.
didn't oversell it. I mean, it was great.
But let me finish about this. She asked if I want a sample. I said no. I looked at it. I saw it was Mosh. I'm like, I just saw this on Shark Tank. I do. The power of Shark Tank.
Power Shark Tank.
The Shark Tank.
They don't even have to strike a deal.
No, you got on there. I figured it's been curated well enough. I'm
Absolutely.
interested. My phone soap. Every time I come into the house, I put it in phone soap.
I know phone soap.
I found out about it from
That's
Shark
a
Tank.
Lori product. I
Yeah,
know.
did she? I don't
know,
remember.
because I befriended Lori Grenier, and she's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and she sends me her products now and again, just on the arm. She sends them.
When I tell you it's one of my favorite shows, I'm including scripted.
Yeah,
I've seen every Shark Tank. I've seen most of them at least once.
Me too.
I've seen everyone once. I've seen most of them at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's if a TV show were my Sal, it doesn't matter what I'm in the mood for. I'll take it. Come on over. Let's watch. It's Shark Tank.
there's two shows that do that for me.
Divers, Drynings, and Dives.
No,
Beat Bobby Flay.
no, but you're right there. It's Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
Hell's Kitchen and Shark Tank. Doesn't matter the mood. It's like, you know, if we like, oh, should we watch a movie? Do we watch a TV show? Is it a comedy? It was the like, hold on, just the trump card. Just one of those. Doesn't matter. I'm watching it.
How about while we're thinking, we'll put this on and maybe we'll keep it on. That's how I figure.
Exactly
Like,
right. How about I've seen this one. I'm having just as much fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I do? Because my dad chews very loud. And sorry, I thought I actually just heard him. He chews so loud. And when we're thinking about what we're going to watch, because almost every night, when I go home, almost every night, I think, basically, we at least watch a bunch of Beat Bobby Flay, if not also some type of movie.
Yeah.
While we're trying to figure out what we're putting on, if my dad's starting his munches, we got to put something on.
Do you root against Bobby? Do you ever find that? Or do you root for Bobby? Or do you always root for the... Is there any prejudice whatsoever at the beginning of each episode?
The way I root for...
Underdog, right?
I root for the contestant because they're the underdog.
Yeah.
I'm not mad when Bobby wins unless I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that it's set up where the judges come in, the guest judges come in, and they're supposed to, it's them against Bobby.
Ribbing, yeah.
They have nothing.
That was a network note. For
Yeah,
the show.
I don't. And they're like, oh, dang, Bobby. It's like, I don't know.
It's the only part of the show I don't like.
Or like, yeah, it's not that I don't like. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
It's something, but when
it
they're funny,
it
it's
just
fine.
rings inauthentic. It doesn't.
Yes.
It does. It's not needed there.
You know what I like when they come over and they like when they taste Bobby's sauce and they go, oh, gross. When they taste it, they're like, it's really good. Like, do your thing. And if it was gross, you could be like, dude, actually, you know what? This, like, you might be able to beat him if you keep up your. But when you're lying to me,
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's blatant. So it's like,
Yeah.
you just
it's so it's capitalizing the pun.
it's overproduced.
I'm gonna ask my mom why she does that.
What?
Why she capitalized the pun, because I just felt a little bit.
I think she wants to hit it over the head.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know, she doesn't want it to slip by. That's basically what it is. Recognition. Continue.
With
We were talking about just the repeatability of Shark Tank or your Bobby Flay. I didn't know if you had more on that.
Oh.
You go home, you guys, you know, whatever.
I have a shorthand with my dad now because my dad chews very loud, and I used to keep a headphone in, one headphone, or I would do this. And my dad isn't offended, but it is what it is, and he forgets.
Yeah.
Listen.
A headphone in, like listening to the TV.
A headphone in, and then my phone to have some like white noise or just even the headphone to cover my ear.
Bad?
Yeah. It triggers me, and I know a lot of the audience. My audience connects with this too. It's not just annoying. It makes me shut the fuck. It makes and it feels disrespectful.
You have a physical reaction.
Yeah, it feels disrespectful, and
Is
I know
this disrespectful?
No,
I
know
like a punk rock Baryshnikov. Okay, let's keep going.
you said that to me.
I said I look like Baryshnikov, but the
added
only
punk
reason I
rock.
repeated it is because to me it was a new thing because I added punk rock.
I didn't mean to call you out. I was meaning to call us out, which
Yeah.
was because you commented on the socks when you walked
I
in.
was like, oh, shoes off, and I looked down like these are not the right size.
And I said, save it for the podcast. You said, absolutely. And now,
oh, there you go.
organically.
Yeah. If I didn't say anything about these, there would surely be something in the comments. So
they just look like socks.
yeah, well, I don't know. They do look like performance shoes for something that has an orchestra. Continue.
If something makes a noise when you break it, it's going to make a noise in your mouth. I get it. If you're eating chips, they're going to crunch. I don't love it, but they're going to crunch. When you start extracting the moisture out of whatever the food is, and when you have your mouth open, you're not
alone.
Rude.
You are not alone. We are here with you. Though we're far apart, because LA, New York, you're always in my heart. And then so on and so forth. It would be clever if I could insert your dad in there in the same cadence.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
And also, you could do it later, and we could put it in.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll keep a thought to it.
My dad forgets to close his mouth when he eats. So I got to a thing where I said, hey, Dad, listen, I didn't finish watching, this was years ago, I don't know, whatever Mission Impossible it was. I didn't finish watching it because I left for a little bit, and they're like, we could pause it. I'm like, I'm going to be gone for a little.
By the way, number them, please. Enough with the
They do.
Independent. No, they don't number them all, and then you just don't know
number
where
all, I
you
guess.
are.
Well, the thumbnail,
get cute with it.
The thumbnails, the titles show it. So like if you're looking them up, it does say.
All right, well then I'll retract partially.
Because I'm even picturing like you see MI6 and MI5.
But
and,
sometimes, but not always.
Sure.
'Cause they threw a Ghost Protocol at me
yeah, you're
recently.
right.
And what
that
numbers?
it was Ghost Protocol. No, it was after Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol was the one with Reiner. What's his name?
Rob Reiner?
No, Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner. Yeah. He was in a few, but that was the one where he realized he was badass.
Okay.
Like we didn't know.
You survived a tractor rolling over him.
He's a badass actor and person.
Yeah.
So I think I don't really know much of him. I don't know.
We'd like to believe.
I'd like to believe. So I said, Dad, listen, the way you chew, I can't take it, and I keep telling you, and it's like I'm annoying you. Like it's your house, you're eating, so be it. But I just can't be in the room with you, and I want to watch stuff with you, and I'd imagine you want me to want to watch stuff. We got to figure something out. And my thought is, you're gonna keep doing it. I don't want to have to say, hey, Dad, will you please close your mouth when you chew?
You have to solve the problem. He cannot solve the
It's
problem.
because it's my problem.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And I asked him, I said, if I ever were talking, I just go, Dad, and I don't say anything else, just know that's what it is.
Yeah.
So now, every hour when he's eating. It's a half hour. I have to say it 5-8 times, but it's just I go because I'm sitting on the couch here and he's over. I'm screen left. He's screen right, and I go Dad, my dad. He goes because he doesn't know why I'm saying Dad, but he looks at me and I'm just looking at him. I go Dad. He goes.
Okay, so he's on board.
Then
He's
he knows.
receptive with
Yep.
it.
And then he chews with his mouth closed. And then 8 minutes later, 2 minutes later, you have to say it again.
Sure.
My mom doesn't like it. My mom feels very defensive for my dad. So I go, Dad, she goes, oh, really? Rick really bothers you while you're crunching and munching on whatever? And that's where I have to explain. If my crunching and munching is bothering you, let me know how I could do it differently.
Sure.
I don't know how I would be able to do it
It's an
differently.
involuntary auditory response you're having. It's not uncommon to hear for the people.
Yeah,
to,
it's with an M. People are yelling it right now. What is
Mosh?
it called when you have a fear of mouth noises? Misophonia. So, anyway, I don't remember the point of this.
No, but there was one.
Oh, yes. So Beat Bobby Flay has been, because there's sometimes, even the default chewing, I need something.
Yeah.
Beat Bobby. So what we do now is we're going to figure out what we're going to watch. By default, even if we choose to watch Beat Bobby Flay, we put on Beat Bobby Flay. Let's at least watch an episode while we're figuring it out, because also we don't have to feel stressed to worry about it. Put on Beat Bobby Flay. We'll start eating. Let's stretch. We're stretching before we watch something.
Smart.
And then yes, when the guest wins, I get excited. But what my dad does is when we start, he always goes fast forward and he always changes the number, but it's always between 1:45 and 2.5 minutes. Fast forward 2 minutes 8 seconds. He doesn't want to see the introduction and stuff. So be it. Mm-hmm. But what he also does is after we found out who he wins, he would go next. But what I like is when Bobby wins, he always does a pun or play on words.
Bobby does.
Yeah. If the dish that he won was with lobster tail, he would say, "You take a guess. What would you think?"
I was excited.
Okay. Yeah. A lobster tail and omelet.
Yeah, well, I imagine there was some type of egg in the dish.
Right. Which reminds me,
I
you were talking about egg
extrapolated it.
creamers.
I should have said I extrapolated.
Yeah.
What'd you say just now?
You were talking about egg creamer or something?
Oh, yeah, egg creams. You don't even know what it is,
No.
huh? I got two things to double back to, and I can't believe I'm remembering them.
You're remembering.
Yeah, yeah. But continue. But it was. I forgot what I just remembered though.
Okay. Well, egg
one
creamer
was
at least.
one was the title card at the end of the special.
Right.
And then this one was I already forgot it.
Egg creamer.
Oh, egg creams. Okay. See that's true. That's real. What
Sure.
just happened? Swear to you.
I believe you.
Yeah. I don't want to start it until you finish it.
I don't. It doesn't matter. We're on to the next.
You want to do egg creams or you want to do pick your own adventure?
I want to do egg creams. I also want to not forget, because I want to talk about Harry Mack at some point, because you sent me voice notes that I kind of want to play on here. So if I played them for, speaking of someone who you
played
didn't
them
know.
for him?
No, I played them for my buddy. Oh, yes, I sent them to him.
You sent them to him?
I did.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry if I shouldn't have done that.
No, I mean, I just feel embarrassed because it's like,
But they're so fun. What I was originally saying is I played them for my buddy David Sullivan, who was my friend who you didn't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I sent it because they're so funny.
Okay.
But I kind of want to play.
That was real. That's who I didn't even. That was coming. That was exactly how I feel, and I feel that way every time I watch one.
He's incredible.
I mean, your audience knows him, so I don't have to sell you anything.
Sure.
But
and if you
guy,
haven't seen, Harry Mack has come on my podcast 2 times. One just him and me. That one is an unbelievable like insight into his mind. And then the next one is with Lamore and Morris as well. And we go into the how some, but that one's more silly with tons of raps. It's incredible.
Oh my God.
And then I went on his
that
podcast once as well.
One of the funniest,
I'll put the link in
most
description
fun,
to his.
entertaining. Yeah, sorry, I talked over you. I will maintain though the one where you gave him
on his podcast.
You applied your genius to his craft and his genius, which was, and then he didn't. Not only did he not drop the ball, what you gave him was an impossible. What he does is impossible. So he's already something different. I don't know how he's not a billionaire, but and if they don't know. He freestyle raps, and did you mention this already? I'm sorry. And you give him different words, and he incorporates everything. But not only does he incorporate the words,
but yeah, he could like I thought it would be cool. I mean, it'd be fun to have him on here with you. But do a whole podcast, and then at the end of the podcast, have him just remember certain stuff, because he's not just he has great rhythm. He's a great rapper.
Yeah.
He also is smart and a good writer. but also his memory is just incredible
It's
too.
insane, and his ability to multi do two functions at the same time.
Yeah, you
And
just
he
Porky
doesn't-
Pig that. Multi two functions at the same time.
Is that Porky Pig?
Porky Pig says something and then stutters over it and then ends up changing.
Yeah.
Changing it to, that's inconceivable. Hard to believe.
Adam Sandler, Waterboy. Coach, not only will I do it for you, but yes, I'll do it for you. He Porky Pigged it.
I could see how you think that way, and I understand.
Okay. There's some type of connective tissue there.
They both stutter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's all right. We don't always have to see eye to eye
Each
on
other's
everything.
sentences. I really thought you were going to do that. So, Harry Mack, I ended up telling him, I said, let me tell you a story. I just made something up. Like, let's put you in a situation where you're going on you're younger, you're going to a museum, the Guggenheim Museum, blah, blah, blah. I spoke for, I'm making this number up, but 4 or 5 minutes.
Maybe more. And it was layered and detailed, not just paint by numbers. You were going into what
he would be feeling.
The psyche of people. And I just want to say, like, you throw 4 or 5 words at him, whatever, and he incorporates it in the rap, and it's not like what you've seen before. Because not only does he doesn't just make a rhyme. It's not like he's grasping to. It's like he sat down and wrote it, and it's in the moment in real time, and it's word play. It's not just rhyming.
Exactly.
And then on top of the 4 or 5 words, whatever, he will then just take the liberty to then freestyle about every single thing that's going on right in front of him. So you know
people's reactions to him
in
what
real
they're wearing.
time. Yeah. So has he ever studied his brain? And I'm being serious about that. Have you talking about? Did someone study his brain?
If you watch Take Your Shoes Off, Harry Mack 1.0, I did.
Okay. Okay. Good.
But I don't know if there's been like MRI stuff.
Okay.
But we really go in. It was really great because I got high and I was interrupting him a whole bunch. And I've been a fan of his for a while, but I just met him here.
Okay.
And I'm like, I even said, I'm going to be interrupting you a lot because I want you to answer the questions I'm asking. I hope people are interested in these questions. But I would ask him something and then you would talk. I'm like, no, before we get to that.
Yeah.
And like really, and he would tell me like, so that he would do a rap. I would say something volleyball. He would talk about recess. I'm like, okay, what did you do first? What are you thinking about first? And he's explaining how he's visualizing this and he's visualizing the actual thing. He knows this word, so he knows where he's going to go here, but then the order of operations. And it was just like he has it down like AI would. And it's a great episode.
Yeah.
If you don't know me or if you don't know him, it's one of those ones where if you're a fan of Harry and you're not a fan of mine, a lot of times you won't like me. If you're a fan of the guest and I find that people, when they see me for the first time, they don't like me.
Okay.
When I go on other people's podcasts, they don't like me.
Okay.
They need to, even this, people, I think they're being nice. I get a fair amount of comments, people like, not just I didn't get it before, but now I really like it. It's, I couldn't fucking stand you before.
And now I
think,
can't live without
you.
you.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it's happened so much to where I don't even think those people are being mean. I'm giving off something where if you don't lock in and like if somebody's not funny, they're just not funny.
Right.
But you don't hate them.
Right.
But
you feel a tinge of hate.
I have a great analogy and anecdote in one that I've told on some podcasts. I want to say again that I feel like this is me.
Yeah.
I remember I was at summer camp and I had this stick and I used to like break big sticks on my leg. Like, look what I could do.
Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was one where like I was going to break it on somebody's back. I wasn't trying to hurt them. Honest to goodness, I wasn't thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it didn't break. The point is, same with the leg. And I'm so sorry. And I went to, because we were talking about breaking stuff. I'm like, I could break this on. If you have a big, heavy, thick thing and you're going to break it on your knee, you have to go hard enough. Oh, sorry, baby. Ironically, you have to go hard enough to break it on your leg, right?
Yeah.
If let's say I'm making this up, if it's units of pressure from 1 to 10,
sure.
Okay, this stick, you need 4 units of pressure to break it. If you do 3, instead of breaking it, you put that 3 units of pressure, that kinetic energy went right through. It was used on your leg, right?
PSI, yeah.
So if this stick takes 8 to break, if I go 7, I'm going to hurt myself 7. I have to go 8 or 9.
Right.
To not hurt. So if I go 9, it doesn't hurt.
Right.
So you have to know how hard. So really, you have to go really, really hard enough to break. So sometimes you do something and I'm going like, listen, I'm going a 9 here. Of course it's going to break. And this metaphor would be, of course, I'm joking.
Right.
But if that 9 doesn't break,
Right.
Now I hurt you.
Oh wow, that's so insightful.
So I now feel like I have to understand, will this break? And I also, if something is a 3, I don't want to have to go an 8.
Right.
I want to deliver it the right way.
Right.
So like, how believable are you going to be?
Sure.
What's the cost benefit? This would be funny if it breaks, but if it doesn't, it's not worth it. And I don't know if it's a 3. I don't want to bring in an 8.
Yeah.
So I do feel like I'll go on things and I'll forget that I'm not breaking it for people.
Right.
To me, is it possible for this dog to be any cuter? You mean, is it possible? To me, that's a 1 or a 2.
Right.
But like, so when you capitalize the PAW, you're making it a 5.
Right.
And to me, it's like, that's not for my delivery. I would rather have made that been a 2 and broke it on the 2.
Right.
So when I go on other people's stuff,
Yeah.
what were you going to ask?
No, continue, please.
The point I was making is this is one of those rare ones with the Harry Mack one where I was being annoying. I was interrupting. I was being very aggressive. I need to know this. Tell me this. But the comments of people who are fans of Harry were so, oh, it was so cool to hear Harry talk about this stuff, where I felt like, oh, I was able to be this curious guy that the sticks were breaking.
Yeah.
It's just a great episode.
And you know what it is? It's a conversation. That is a one-of-one as well. It's a unique conversation. You're talking to this guy who has this ability in this platform. I don't know how many times that's actually happened before, especially not just to you or your listeners. And so you're so enthused, and they're sharing in that enthusiasm. They probably have the thirst for knowledge, like you were their mouthpiece in that moment, because like they're all thinking the same thing. Everyone's like, how? What's the problem? And so that something like that, when you have something that good, that primed for like conversation, it doesn't come into play anymore.
And you said you're in the method. Maybe I won't play it now because this is long. They're just so funny. You went on talking about how much you love him, And then
I forgot what I said. I know I said.
I'm going to play. Yeah, it's too far back. And is it worth playing? I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember it. So part of me is curious.
There was some cathedral that you saw.
Oh, the Sagrada de Familia.
Yeah. Do you remember what you said about that?
I think I do. Yeah.
There were so many messages about it.
Yeah, I did send you too many, but
it wasn't too many. I was laughing out loud on the couch as they went. I'm just thinking, like, for this to find the stuff. Also, I have to scroll to find it, to know which ones. So basically, I'm gonna
driving. I was like,
I'm gonna pull some up, and so here's the first message. I'll play a little of some of them, and we'll just keep going.
Sure.
Babe, not only can I wait, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to come on. I can't wait to hang out. I can't wait to laugh. I miss you.
Oh, you're responding to a message I got from somebody that says, this makes me want to start a podcast. It was our first podcast together. He said, PK Dance TV says, this makes me want to start a podcast, not to actually make a podcast, but to play with friends and make something for the sake of having fun and being silly. And you're responding to that.
Yes.
This just got me excited reading that. I just can't wait to hang. I cannot stop watching the Harry Mack freestyle that you did with the Guggenheim, man. I have no words. I'm always speechless with him, and then somehow he makes me more speechless. I've never seen anything like that one in my life as a hip hop fan from like 5 years old. Like 10 years old. I can't believe this guy. I can't believe him. He should be a billionaire. I am going to start signing off my podcast with, and please check out Harry Mack. I'm going to say that every podcast I do. Your setup and the way you think, your goddamn breed, two of you together are amazing, man. Amazing. But that thing that you created with him is beyond special. It's like it's jaw-dropping. It's as unreal and unbelievable as anything you could put up to it in any category about anything. It doesn't my brain cannot comprehend.
This message isn't done.
What the fuck is going on?
More after it.
I'm speechless.
I can't believe it doesn't have 10 billion views already. Like, it's like, How did you guys meet? Like, how do you? I mean, I gotta meet this dude, man.
We met on my
He's
podcast.
becoming a hero.
I was a fan of his for a while. I reached out.
He's a national treasure.
We got to get him on yours.
Yeah.
Dear God.
I know he spent some time on the East Coast.
Anyway, I'm really excited to hang out. Love you.
Yeah, he reached out.
I think that maybe the
you
government
guys gonna do
might
it?
try to kidnap him and study his brain. No, I'm not fucking kidding.
So this goes on for a while. That's a minute plus. There's another minute plus, and then there's.
In 2018, I went to Barcelona, and I don't know how I didn't really know about or I've never laid eyes on the Sagrada Familia. Apparently, I mean, you may know it. I feel ashamed that I didn't know it, but we walk into this place, and I had never seen anything like it in my life. I forget the stats on it, but I think they were building it for hundreds of years or whatever. They're still building it. The people who have started building it are long dead, and it's still not done. And as a piece of architecture, art, fate, like anything, it's breathtaking. It's jaw-dropping. It's I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't realize what I was about to see. And dude, we walked in there, and I was pretty speechless. I literally got tears in my eyes. It was genuinely one of the most impressive and beautiful things I had ever seen, and I was kind of blindsided by it because I wasn't expecting it, and it really moved me.
Oh, I'm talking about this Familia.
And I will shit on that moment in relation to Harry Mack's freestyles. I mean, fuck the Sagrada Familia. I mean, it's fine, but it's great.
Here's where you want to be honest. Here's
but after being exposed to, you know what it is? No, it's the same exact experience. He's my Sagrada
Not oversell.
Familia.
I like that.
He's that's what he is.
We don't need to capitalize the pun.
All right. I think I've made my point.
that's 5 minutes plus, and then there's another message.
Now, if I could just give him some constructive criticism.
Dude, I laughed so hard at that. After 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 minutes of gushing.
I'm laughing at it.
Yeah, so funny, dude.
That's the things I don't like.
I had no intention of laughing at all. I was trying to deliver that, I was trying to deliver that stone-faced, and I just burst out laughing because it was so ridiculous. Straight man, I was trying to do.
Tell me about the egg thing.
I don't remember. I think your dark drink there looked like an egg cream, and egg cream, no eggs in there. No eggs. It's just seltzer with chocolate syrup and like something else.
Perfect. And do you want to do your laughing baby thing?
Yeah. So
because I want to play. Because I want to make sure I play. I had Harry.
Let's.
We'll do that.
I don't have to.
I know.
Okay. The end card. So I had to. I produced it, so I had to make an LLC for it and a company name, and I did it with 800-Pound Gorilla. And so I'm editing this thing. I realized at one point they put the end card on that you see at the end of television shows, Bad Robot or Sit Ubu Sit, that kind of thing, right? And they said to me in the notes back, if you want to put your production company card in there, just send it over. And I'm like, I don't have a production company card. I just made this thing up for this. And I was like, nah, I would want to, but then I have no idea how to do graphics. I don't know if it's going to cost extra. Is it worth the cost? Do I broach the subject with this guy and ask him to do something for me? Is that putting him out? So I kind of back-tabled it, and it was more time was passing. And then I said, this is an opportunity for to put something in there that's either funny or special to me or something. So I wanted to exercise that. And it was the morning that it was either, if you don't send something this morning, it's not going to be in. And I was really busy, and I said, let me just take one beat and think about this. And immediately, my daughter came to mind. Right? Like I was like, how can I make her a part of this? And so what I did was the imagery up there is the very, very first thing she ever did at Arts and Crafts. Very first thing. It was like, she did it, she went to Mommy and Me class, she came home with this thing. And I scanned it, and I put that in there. And then I went back to a video where I was pushing her on the swings, and she was hysterical laughing, and I clipped that, and I put her laugh over her art. Yeah.
We'll see it again right here. Yeah.
And I was as happy as anything in the special that I decided to do that after I did it, because it connects her to it forever. You know, even when she gets older, it's like it made the whole thing even more special to me as like a piece of work.
Are you going to be producing more specials now that you have a production company or something?
I absolutely do want to.
Nice.
Yeah. Why don't we do one?
A special?
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 that I'm working on, 2 different specials.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah. Wow. I'd love to talk to you about it.
One is straight material and one is
more complicated.
Okay.
And bruh.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah. And I know that if you're telling me that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I've
came to you?
Yeah, and it's I've had a whole bunch of different random special ideas, and then I came up with this idea of how like those aren't necessarily different, and doing this, and I've been building it for probably a year and a half. But by building it, I don't mean working on it. I mean like it's been something I wanted to do, but by design, I can't do until I'm ready to do. And I've been talking a lot about it with my buddy and editor, JonMichael, who I've already decided that when I do this, I want him to be editing it with me.
Fun.
And now we go back and forth with ideas, and I would love to talk to you about it off of here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's expensive.
Okay. Is there only one path to it? Or?
No.
Okay.
But the way I want to do it is expensive and hard.
You want to do it, yeah.
Yeah. There's other ways that I would be satisfied with, but when I pitch it to you, people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I want to play, and also I want to make sure, I on purpose didn't listen to this yet. So I'm hoping, I think it is what it is.
This is insane if you're telling me right now. Oh my God. I've daydreamed about meeting him and giving him words since the first freestyle I heard.
What, you have words in mind?
Do I?
What words would you?
I haven't marked it down.
Oh, I thought you meant certain words. Like you have
I do.
words. What are words?
But I don't retain. I just always am like, I literally sometimes will go, oh, that's a good Harry Mack word. Oh, that's going to be a good Harry Mack word.
What's a bad Harry Mack word? What's a good Harry Mack word?
Oh, dog.
He doesn't like food or animals.
Yeah, come on, give me something. Repercussion.
Is that a good Harry Mack?
Espionage.
So do you think a good Harry Mack word, like...
Challenge him.
Repercussion, espionage. They both 4 syllables. So you think multi-syllables.
I wasn't even going there.
Well, then what's a good Harry Mack word that's not multi-syllable? Because I feel like, is there any 1-syllable good words?
That's an interesting question.
Maybe a word that you wouldn't think of, like mosh.
Right.
But also
mosh
good.
is so easy.
Go ahead.
You know, I want what?
Let me hear you rap mosh.
It's high school and I'm just a frosh and I want to have a healthy meal and then I take a mosh. Also, I would probably be mindful of making them very different categorically.
So if you did puppy, you would want to do something that isn't necessarily related to even animals.
Sure, yeah.
So puppy and Chinese food.
Yeah, you want to see him stretch.
Also, before we play it, could you smell him?
Yeah.
He smells so good. You okay? You want to come in? Does he shed?
Probably.
Oh, Bobby.
It smells just fresh.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I'm sorry, I just want to smell.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, Bubba.
Also, you know what? Do your thing, dude. I want you to do your thing, sweetheart. You go to bed if you want. See your stuff. All right.
Has he met the other dog, or is that?
No.
Okay.
He has not yet. They FaceTimed once.
Who called who?
Alvin's always the one to call.
You know what? Just accept it. Move on. Don't live with that. There's no reason to waste time.
It is what it is.
Don't
As
spin your
long as
wheels.
the conversation's
Be the
there.
person to play that role. There's only one first time of this right now.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Wake 'em up just like Americano. Shouts to the legendary Sal Vulcano. I know I'm about to break it down. I know you fan of hip hop. So it means the most that you took the time to give props. Hey yo, I'm about to break it down with the truest rhymes. I heard you see me kick lyrics about the Guggenheim. Y'all know that it's about to be sick, especially when I be connecting with the homie Rick. I'm out to break it down for y'all, cause my raps will provoke ya. I'm sending love out to the Impractical Joker. Y'all know Harry Mack the illest shiner, double timer, inconvenient for haters, the Impractical rhymer. Still I keep it in motion and I straight slay. I need a spot on the podcast, hey babe. Hey yo, you know you gotta throw me on the mic. H-Mac, man, they know me cause I'm hype. I'ma break it down forever, I'm keeping it cover whenever I'm coming right up at the tip of this. The way that I put words together is too ridiculous. Yeah, they can't mess with this hairy guy, cause like you're special, my flow gon' leave them terrified. I said I bury my competition. I get busy when I'm rhyming, dog, I'm on a mission. Yo, back in the days, they used to not believe in him. Now I be connecting with the actors and comedians. We got to get it poppin'. Y'all know we connecting, cause I be kicking rhymes in like every direction. Feel no affection for the ones that be talking. I'm locked in, yo, more than often, I stay rocking. Yeah, and y'all know I be spreading that love. I'm sitting high, rocking a wheelchair on dubs. Y'all know the deal, Mac is about to slam with no plan. Shouts out to Sal, cause that's my man. And if you want the lyrics, then get with the program. I got crunch, kinda like chips wrapped in ham. Yeah, y'all know we keep the speaker system thumping. What's your assumption? Order in and out with
Did you talk about this on the podcast?
For all of y'all, you know I'm getting loose. They digging on the energy that Mac can produce. Yo, who's who? We be all up in it getting
Sal
loud.
Vulcano.
Rappers in the
Been
game,
hearing
you
that.
can't even survive. Yo, uncover your eyes, none can challenge me. I'm blowing minds live from the balcony. Yeah, every other rapper in the game getting shit on. H-Mac kills it on stage like Rick's mom. Yeah, y'all know that Harry is a true boss. Wait a moment, cause I gotta take my shoes off. Let me see if I can keep my balance. Every time I kick around, you know I face that challenge. I give them more. Hold up, let me walk through the door. But first, Rick, I think you gotta wipe down these chords. Yeah, we can't let it transfer. Alright, we gon' go in regardless while I hit them with the answers. Hey yo, Sal, we be live connecting. I be kicking freestyles in life, every direction. Yeah, and y'all know that I do it non-stop. It's extra trippy cause he's off 7 milligrams a pot. Yeah, let me make my maneuver around the table. These bars that I kick for the fans, they be fatal. I crush it cause I'm able, now we changing positions. When it become a deliverance, they know that I stay up on the mission. Yeah, y'all know I'm about to do them proud. I'm pissing other rappers off like Rick's dad chewing loud. I break it down for y'all and spit it rare. I pop up out of nowhere like this brand new chair. Yeah, now let me maneuver, my lyrics are smoother. I start slow then get better, I'm the constant improver. I break it down for all of y'all. You know I be heavenly with rhymes. Check them on tour, yo, everything's fine. Go ahead and peep it, rock with the shows. H-Mac, I keep it all in motion, y'all, I'm non-stop with the flow. Check the way that I be doing it, I be staying true in it. Top position in the game, y'all know that I'm pursuing it. Next beat coming, we got everybody running. Check out the skills that I summon, got rhythm, it's just like I'm drumming. Yeah, let me grab it right now and catch a kick when I'm on it like this. Y'all know even with the beat switch, I'm keeping it sick. I be crowd arousing, on beats I be bouncing. Where my dogs at? Yo, much love out to Alvin. Every other rapper in the game about to get punked. Rappers got high-pitched voice like Alvin's and the Chipmunks. Yo, let me rock it acapella, then bring it in. Y'all know that when I'm rapping, I be making heads spin. There really ain't no stopping this. These rappers are preposterous, and when they become a deliverance right off of the mental, they know that I'm monstrous. I'm doing it better when I'm upon it. I be crushing, using complex words like repercussion. Yeah, y'all know when I'm spitting, I be getting it done. Repercussion, email subject about drums. Yeah, I break it down for y'all, coming right after. Cause when it come to lyrics, they be knowing I'm a master. I'm doing this for all of y'all. Oh yes, he's a god. I'm underground, undercover. This is espionage. Hey yo, I bring together all the vocab and make them go mad. When it comes to lyrics, other artists want it so bad. Yeah, was waiting on the balcony so long. I had to come out here just to drop the bomb. I had to take my shoes off first, and now I'm coming off the metal with the verse. Best believe it's unrehearsed. Yo, for real, dog. Thank you so much for the props. Y'all know that we gotta keep it live non-stop. Yo, I can tell that you one of the best people. You compared Mac to a Spanish cathedral. Dog, I'm just trying to do the best that I can. Rocking on the jam and impressing my man. I leave the track scarred like I hit it with the hard shank. We should make a company and pitch that shit on Shark Tank. Every time I'm on it, I do it in a godly way. Hey yo, with no beat, still I beat Bobby Flay. Hey yo, I'm coming off the top with the recipe. There ain't no rapper in the game who be testing me. I keep it authentic. I said it, then I meant it. These lyrics that I'm doing off the mental are stupendous. And y'all know I'm about to come through and impress. Yo, Rick, throw my profile on screen left.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. I can't fucking
believe what is happening right this second, dude. I can't fucking believe that. I can't believe. I want to see if you're real.
Yes, dude.
Dude, that's fucking. That's. I gotta try not to cry.
Oh.
That's the most thoughtful and wow. That's the best gift I've ever gotten in my life.
Dude, I'm honored, man.
Oh
I'm
my
honored.
God, dude. You are.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. The fact that you were out on the fucking. We were taking our time.
I know. I talked to.
It's not a big bout. You.
No.
I'm listening. Yeah.
When you were walking in, he was ducking down on his knees so you wouldn't see over the balcony.
Dude, let me just take you through something here. Okay,
Yeah, please.
First of all, I was hoping and wondering when if it would ever happen.
Yeah.
And then when we touched on it before, and I was like, oh, he recorded something, and I'm like, I was like, I can't wait to get to this. And then when you fucking hit me with the chips roll, I'm sorry. I'm just right now. I'm spinning, but whatever the first rhyme was that was connected.
First one was the wheelchair, I think.
The
Wheelchair on Dubs.
Wheelchair on Dubs. I it was almost like I was on the beaches of Normandy at that point. I just was like looking, like I just was like, what did he just say? And then it came the ham and the chips, and I was like, oh my God. And I looked at you and I'm like, he's been texting him words, and then he recorded that up to the minute, like a few minutes ago. When you opened that curtain, I will tell you, in my lifetime, I have not. I can't name that many times that I have felt what I felt when you opened that curtain. I mean, like literal jaw drop, blindsided. I mean, that was the coolest fucking experience I may have ever.
We've been talking about this for weeks. I couldn't wait.
I didn't want it to end. I felt like it actually felt surreal the entire time. It feels surreal right now.
Yeah.
But the idea to do what you guys just did and the commitment, and then to come in, and that was. I really, truly, I almost feel like I'm probably annoying people, but you don't understand what this feels like. I'm not like putting it on. I'm really not. I'm not. I would hate to go over the top. If I am, it's because it's real. I'm just still processing it. It's still rolling.
Dude,
you know,
me too. I'm so happy right now, man. I'm so happy that this had the impact that it had.
Could you explain what you thought it would be like going into it?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't.
And how he reacted. Notice how he reacted. How did it make you feel? And also, I told you to wipe down the wires, and we ended up doing it. Tell me what was going through your mind.
Yeah, we've been planning for a while. Like we should blow his mind with a freestyle. It's like no doubt. Blow the mind of who? Your pal? He was like, yeah, you know my man Sal. I said, okay, dope. Well, we've been talking in DMs, and that there gives us an extra reason. By the way, when you DM me on IG, we already had the plan that was lively, so it took everything inside me. When you said, let's get together with Rick, to not say, that'd be sick. In fact, it's already on my calendar. I played it cool, like, yeah, dog, I'll acknowledge, bruh. We'll see what happens. Let's let it unfold over time. Already had the plan for the hidden balcony rhyme. Now, I wasn't sure how it would work. They're like, when we see the wires going out there, kinda berserk. But you did the good job of obscuring that. You had to get a pet, no, not a cat, a brand new dog, and you did it on this day, just so you could obscure these wires with the cage. That's brilliant. Y'all know I'm leaving them in shock. Yeah, the squirrel had to walk so that Rick could jog, or maybe run, or did he choose to sprint? Either way, it's hard to tell quite where he went. I said, Rick, this plan sounds a little bit crazy, and that's why I'm happy to engage, G. He said, I need you here at 1:30. Don't be late. Default on being early. I pulled up at 1:20 while he was getting set up with brand new nice cameras and all this getup. We went out there. He said, Harry, you heard me? Here, I'll bring you a towel. The chair is kinda dirty. We set up the towel, and then I quickly sat, tested the mic. Sounds fat. He said, Harry, can you please send me a few beats so that when Sal gets here, you can bless him with true heat? I said, sure, no problem, cause I really love sounds. He said, he texted me now, you gotta duck down. So suddenly I'm down low squatting. I don't squat for this long before my shows very often, so my legs start hurting. A reminder I should work out. When I see you walk through this first route, and I hear the sound of the door opening, bling, that's when I know that I can rise to do my thing. I sit back in the chair, headphones on, it's amazing. For For an hour and a half or more, I'm just waiting, learning so much via your conversation. What can I use in my rhyme that will be dominating? I come up with the illest keywords. Yeah, chips inside of ham would be absurd. From there we'll talk about both of Rick's parents, his mom killing on stage and running it like an errand, and also his pops chewing loud and doing him proud. When I come out, hey yo, I know I'll be well endowed with plenty lyrics, kicking them off at the top with the passion, but never in my life did I expect this reaction. For real, dog. Hey yo, you was yelling and making noise, and see, my purpose on this mic is straight spreading joy. So when I see that it influences my style, I mean, when I came out and seen your genuine smile, when he first pulled the curtain back, you didn't even see, cause your hand was over your eyes from lyrics that came from me. We waited for a little bit of time till it's revealed. Yeah. Hold on, let me catch this beat switch.
Oh my God, dude, this is fucking nuts, dude. This is fucking nuts.
Yo. Okay. Yeah.
Isn't this awesome?
Yeah. Waiting out there, wondering, props, do I deserve this? Think about the moment when we do the big reveal. Honestly, it made me nervous. Rick was like, Mac, at first, don't say anything that might give it away. In the beginning, act like it's something that you pre-recorded so we can play. So, first I said Impractical Jokers and other facts just to stoke you up a little bit and let you know that I listened to the podcast and you my bro. Yeah, I started right there cause I might get that off of a Wikipedia site. I didn't want to give away the fact that we've been planning this for a couple weeks, right? So I start there, don't want to leave you too scared, but I got nervous and prepared to make the first reference I couldn't have known. And honestly, it was scary just to say it on this microphone, cause I was like, this will shift the paradigm so much when he realizes Harry's rhyme must somehow have magically generated through the clouds up above and then penetrated through the ceiling down into the room. It's a godly experience that leaves you all consumed. I was like, can I do this? Leave his brain devoured. With this microphone, I felt I had too much power. Soon as I say it, the wheelchair undubs. All of a sudden, the heart will explode from love. Can I even make this happen with my off-top rapping? Man, I'm working magic when I'm on it, displaying the tactics, but I had to take that vow. Had to come up with the magic for Sal. Knew I only had this one opportunity to do it, so I had to make sure the flow was fluid. Wheelchair undubs onto the chip crunch. Suddenly, I think my man really had a hunch. He's looking at Rick like, did you text him the words? How is he doing this? Reality is blurred. Then he starts wondering, wait, references he's making right now, he's got several. How is his brain on this pedestal? It's not real, it's the edible. Then he's looking over at Rick, and he's feeling kind of disappointed. He said, this is LSD, huh? This is mushrooms. This isn't what you put in a joint, kid. I must be tripping and hallucinating. How's he coming up with all these true creations? Dog, I knew I had to get it done. Blowing people's minds while we out here having fun. On the real though, the props mean the most. Dog, that's why I gotta hold this close. To see you react, yo, it made my life on the real. So I had to come and slay this mic. Let's go.
Bruh.
Something like that.
You know, I'm in the audience too.
Freestyled me into a cry.
Oh, dude.
I people must think I'm the softest person. You don't understand what this feels like.
Oh man.
This is unreal. I'm so thankful and appreciative for your time, for your idea, for the execution. I mean, that was a whole album. I'm so sorry. I'm not even talking in the mic.
No, you're fine.
Dude, I really truly am speechless. I felt like this already. I've had this reaction behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It's to have that already. This is like the next level. I truly am probably not. It's probably boring to me. Like I'm stammering. I don't know. I'm reeling.
I want to acknowledge something.
I'm reeling from it.
I appreciate this, man. Seriously,
Yeah.
like it's so dope. And I meant what I said too in the freestyle is the thing I was most nervous about, because when you started talking about me, again, I was like, oh, it's about to happen, you know. And in general, I don't like tricking people. Like I've always been bad at surprises, you know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll try to say something to mess with somebody. They're like, oh, I'll see you Saturday. I can't make it. And I can never let that play. I'll be like, I can't make it. No, just kidding. I'll be there. Yep, I'll see you Saturday. So I get anxiety from surprises. So I'm out there getting a little nervous, like, oh, it's about to happen. But the thing I was most nervous for was saying the first thing that I couldn't have known. Because I was like, this is going to be earth shattering. Like, I'm just trying to imagine what I would think. Because it's like, how is this happening? It's like a Truman Show.
Full mind fuck. It's a mind fuck now. It's like you don't understand. Like that's not a normal experience what just happened. Like it's
No.
I'm one of very, 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 very few people. You don't understand what it's like. You don't understand what it's like. It's literally surreal. I promise you, I'm not overdoing this. This is really coming from the heart.
Oh man, I love it.
I
man.
was so enamored with you already, and I'm so in awe of you. And I watch your videos, and I take the whole. I get so mad when they don't.
I know.
They don't give you enough. I get so mad for you. I'm just like, what do you do? You don't just go. Cool, I'll follow you. You should be like, motherfucker, what the fuck? Like, you should be doing the wave by yourself in the house. And I get angry at it.
Thank you,
and I knew that if I ever was here, I would not be able to contain myself. But like, I am just floored. It was such a shock. I was blindsided. I was just so blindsided, but blindsided in the best way possible.
Yes.
I don't remember the last time that that might have been the biggest surprise of my life.
Curtain Peel Prize Reveal, we call it on the podcast. Holy shit.
Oh, that's why.
Wow. Legitimately surprised. That's a cool feeling to have a curtain pole prize reveal. Say that 10 times fast.
Curtain
Peel prize reveal.
Curtain Peel Prize Reveal.
Curtain Peel Prize Reveal. Curtain Peel Prize Reveal. Curtain Peel Prize Reveal. Curtain Peel Prize Reveal.
Oh boy.
Let's go to the tape to see if we
can. George, thanks for being out here since Sunday.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I had surprise parties before, and it was actually honestly the one that was really a big one. Everyone yelled surprise. I was blindsided. I went. And I got teary-eyed and had to walk back out. So this struck honestly, I think this struck a bigger chord than that.
Wow.
Because what you do is it's not really describable. It's like to watch it, I feel that. To have it done to me in front of me as a gesture, it's like watching the highest form of art, live, and it's like,
thank you, bro.
I'd never seen that before, and I will not see it outside of you again. So
I also
that
want,
experience.
no, this is rude to interrupt with this, but for the audience that want to experience like the art at the highest level, I just do want to say I will be in Chicago August 3rd. You can get tickets at punchup.live/Rick Glassman, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I almost feel like awesome. I don't want to overdo it, and people be like, all right, we get it, but like, I'm sorry, I'd make no apologies.
Well,
actually.
Sal,
I'm sorry. I make no apologies.
Sal, I have a suggestion for you. Instead of telling us how you feel, why don't you
tell us? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I can't even. It would be ridiculous of me to try this. I'd be remiss if I didn't. Right, kids? Okay, maybe we'll keep going. You ever take honey and put it on corn? No, not corn. The pop kind. Pop chips.
You're looking for jalapenos.
Ham. I'm looking for jalapenos. No, I ain't, though. I don't need direction because this is tough enough. When you start talking, I call you bluff because it's not really helping me.
Harry, you remember what I want to do with the popcorn, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you remember?
Okay, so something to do with movie food. Do I remember the details? It's truly rude. If I don't, let me think back. You had your own inventions. Yeah, I'm about to end this on ill sentence. You said, I want to take the jalapenos and mix it. That way when they're all together, I can transfix kids. Yeah, and while I prove I'm the ill rhyme performer, you talked about how you like to cut the four corners. I mean, basically with sandwiches, you're not locked in. In and out, you do it ×3 for more options. Yeah, y'all know that this man is the sandwich boss. If you can't have multiple entrees, multiple sauce. Either way, you can mix it up for more flavors. To not have options, it's minor and not major. We want to make sure we have options of insanity, unless of course we are talking about our family, in which case they come first, top of the list. No food item or option is rocking with this. Yeah, when you mentioned that, I honestly felt a tear. Got my heart beating hard all for the year, cause family comes first, the most important in our lives. When I'm rhyming off the top of this, y'all know I take a dive. But when it be coming to lyrics and rhymes right out of the spirit, you know I got all of the options, so rappers proceeding with caution. I'm bossing up on these instrumentals when I spit in a rage. Got the t-shirt for Nicolas Cage, flipped it with your face just to show honor. Hey yo Rick, close this rhyme out and help us navigate the drama.
Bitches be shopping, chicks be dropping, suck the dicks, the doors be knocking. No doorbell, no whore bell, no store bell, bitch. I ain't doing nothing unless I call you a snitch. I ain't lying when I told you we were recording, son. So when you came in, you would know there was someone up above that was listening. So you ain't saying no private shit. Cause whether it's JonMichael Michael or the guy out there. But that's what I'm saying, what I'm trying to do. When we come in, know who you talking to. Not just me, but you and you and you and every one of you. Because privacy's important. You know what we do when we flowin', when we cross it, when we toss it, when we give it up. Baby, you're sad cause he's terrified, he gives a what. Put it up on YouTube, about 1 million views. When you watch it, tell him Glassman sent you. Watch it to the end and see that baby crying. LLC, man, I ain't lying. Stay mad.
Oh my fucking God. You're like a disciple. Your brain, the two of you, man, it's like what makes you feel like.
Two things that were important to me. I made a point to let you know anything you're saying, other people are here, because as much as I believed you would be cool with this, I also wanted to like, my intention wasn't to prank you. It was to surprise you.
No, I don't feel pranked.
I also thought if it's a guy that does a show called Impractical Jokers, because I also don't like, I don't like prank. I mean, if it's pranking somebody to make them feel weird because like the prank's on me or like I'm doing something and they believe that, but like to do something to somebody.
Sure.
It's not a blanketed statement, but like that's not my thing.
No, I didn't feel. I felt that was like the highest. I mean, I felt like a surprise party for my birth. Like,
hell yeah.
I just felt like
I was so excited for
this.
It
just keeps getting better too. It's like, wow. The people around you that you surround yourself with, that keep time with you, feel so lucky.
Oh man, thank you. Well, I'm really lucky, man. I got a lot of great people around me. And yeah.
I've met some of them, and he really does. It's a love group.
It is a love group.
Yeah.
It is a family thing. Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah. No, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, how do you do that too? Like, man, you literally kind of fucking did it. Like, you have I mean,
anyone could learn.
I still don't see, like, that was really good.
If you watch Harry Mack 1.0 on my podcast, you could learn to do it.
Yeah.
You should teach a master class.
We share the technique.
Oh my God, you should teach a master class.
I would love to, yeah.
Oh my God.
So that Guggenheim thing that he did, and also, by the way, I'm resetting this, but this is, you're the magician. I'm just like, I have some ideas for some stage direction.
Yeah,
but like,
you got something sequins on, maybe you're the helper.
One of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when we did that Guggenheim thing, I was like, I want to come up with stories, come up with stories, and then read them to him live on the podcast and have him do it, record that, and then later go and shoot those into music videos. I thought that would be a fun thing to do.
Wow.
But then I'm like, well, that's a lot of work, and I'm all for that. But I was like, well, how do we do that? But it still offers something where we're getting just a react. That's where I was like, well, I want to do it with somebody.
Yeah.
Who would it be better than with you? So I was waiting to have you back on again, and we were like, I'm going to be in town. I'm like, that's why I was very particular. We got to have a day, any day you want. Because I'm not just locking in you, I'm locking in him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to be in town. And then every now and then, up until a couple of days before, I'm like, hey man, if you have something, I know you have stuff going on, but like, you got to lock in for this. This has to happen. He's like, I got you.
I was so happy to do it, man. It was so fun. And I was just nervous about the arrival time because I didn't know how much of a gap you were leaving, because I knew you were trying to be like respectful.
I wanted to have you here early enough to where I was comfortable, but not to where there could be a fault.
Yeah,
it was a surprise party. That's what just happened.
Yeah, it was, because I didn't want to run into you in the street, obviously, walking up here, because it's like, well, now the whole thing's blown.
Right,
so.
I know, I could see that. Yeah, no, because it's so special. Like, yes, if I saw you, this doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Wow. I am so touched, man.
Yeah, good.
Dude,
I am so
awesome,
touched.
Bro. Awesome.
Also, I was in the audience too. I mean, I'm like watching your reaction to it. Well, because it's different because you didn't know it was coming. I knew it was coming, but I don't know what's coming.
It added a whole nother level to it. Oh my God.
Awesome.
Thank you. So fun, you guys. Seriously, so fun. And it's really an honor to do something like this, man. And
thank you for the thoughtfulness, the generosity.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. So fun.
I have this forever. It's like, I can't wait to show every single person I know.
Yeah.
You know how many times I put a wager on how many times I'm going to watch this? No, I'm being dead serious. This will probably be net out to be like the most thing I watch in my life that many times.
Awesome.
I'm gonna I would watch this thing like for hours straight because there's too much to consume.
Yeah.
You can't. It's like I thought this while you were doing it. I'm going to learn all those lines and sing along. It's No, I mean, it just bumped a lot of other important things off the list.
In fact, we're not even doing Cleveland March 30th anymore, but I will still be at Chicago August 3rd.
Oh man! I was gonna reference the rug commercial. I forgot. But,
no, I don't want to retread us here, but like, you didn't even know he was gonna like piggyback and say, well, do a little bit more.
Right.
And then you went into possibly the most meticulous detail about a conversation about items that you left out before. When did you, I don't want to ask things that people ask you a billion times, but it's like,
ask.
Yeah,
do
please.
you understand how your brain works, or is it inexplainable to you? Something that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Harry, I'll
When
take
did you
this.
understand? When did you know that? Because I'm sure this manifested itself before freestyle.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I've always been an improviser. So, when I was a kid, I would run around the house and make up little characters and voices and make up stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I started actually doing it as a rapper when I was 10 or 11 years old, 34 now. So I've been doing it for more than 20 years. But I understand some of it. And then other pieces, I think it's that thing where you've been doing it so long that it puts you at a disadvantage sometimes in terms of teaching, because you take so many elements for granted that you learned so long ago. You forget that you learned them. So that's why it was cool to be like, the first time I was on Rick's podcast, like, Rick, you were actually peeling back a lot of layers that I actually hadn't considered in a long time in terms of like the exact order of
I felt very
operations.
connected with you. And there's some ways that he thinks and sees stuff about, specifically in to be able to access all these things, you can't have anything in your way. So to be fully present is your best version of yourself. Yeah. And what that means is if you still fail while you're present and not worrying about expectations and just doing your thing. And I felt so connected as the way I do stand up is not this, but the way our minds work was like, that's how. And it was also like, and then I would ask him and he would say something. It was like, yes, yeah. And it was just felt like, I felt very connected with you from that and I learned, but like, just this idea of like putting in all the work and then just doing it and knowing you can, but then having also like, how do you know you can? Yeah. And he would talk about like, like you need just like when you get your first few laughs on stage or whatever, but like, and what he was, I'm rephrasing your stuff, but like meeting people. And then when we did your podcast, he talked about how insecure he would get, like introducing himself. What's up? What's your intro? How do you do it?
Excuse me. When I'm out of the streets. Excuse me. My name is Harry Mack. I'm making videos for my YouTube channel.
Oh, wow.
Would you be able to throw me a few words for my freestyle?
And he gets in his head with that stuff, but to still be able to like be human with stuff that gets in your head. Yeah. And then have a craft that allows you to either put that stuff away or say, okay, I'm going to let the stuff that's in my head benefit me. When he's talking about his heart racing and what he was nervous about, like
use everything.
Yeah, because
don't think.
Why pretend? I've always, I used to get I still get very nervous to go on stage a lot of the time, but I used to like I don't want them to know I'm nervous. And then I had a realization of, but I am. My best self is going to be present and nervous than pretending I'm not nervous. Right. So I'm not nervous anymore, but I don't add that layer of like needing to mask it.
Sure.
So like seeing him do that when he talks about stuff and the Guggenheim thing you did, he was like how you would be feeling. And I could tell like, buzzing. Oh, you put yourself there. Yeah. That's how you're able to do it because you're there. And it was just like,
I was shaking at the end of that one, man.
Bro, let me tell you something right now. Because I'm watching you and it's like, you were like, from the inside, it looks, you were joyous. Like I've watched you do these, but like you were dialed in, like you were smiling, your energy. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you're having, like, you're exactly like, you're riding a wave right now and you are enjoying this, and it's just so present as you could be.
Yeah. Dude, it was a rush.
And you enjoying it. So I'm sure, just like anything else, sometimes there's different motivation, and so this came with a different kind of thing. And then to be in the middle of that, and also like I said, if you're in the middle of a joke, you're in the middle, whatever it is. It's like. It's like a surreal experience. Like you just to keep being present immediately after the next thing, and keep succeeding and keep getting our energy, and it just must feel like it's a high.
It's totally a high. It's that whole flow state thing. It's and especially with
Shout
that one.
Flow State on YouTube, Harry Mack's podcast.
Hey, let's go. Screen left, screen right, whichever one. It's the whole flow state thing because it's and especially with that one because it was a tall order. Like the challenge was high. And
that's where you shine, baby.
And that's where you shine. And that's where we all shine, is right on the razor's edge of what we're capable of.
Oh yeah, man.
Because it just focuses you in and it zones you in. That's why I was shaking at the end. My eyes were closed the whole time because I was like, I can just maybe pull it off if I give it everything right now.
You were like in a superhero movie where like one superhero goes, and it's like everybody's against them, and they just go like this, and it like sucks the life out of them, and it's everything they can take to combat like something way bigger than them. You're just standing there like that. You know what I mean? Just
Dude, I love it. Yeah,
man.
So, Harry, I wanted you to stand here.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you more, so telling people for my question. But there's a chair, so you're not there the whole time and stuff. Will you chill in the corner?
I was chilling in this corner.
Because I texted you, it's coming up, and I'm sure you knew because we were talking about you. When did you stand? Once you heard the beat? Because you knew it would be closed.
Yeah, when the beat dropped. Yeah, I actually didn't even see your text. That's funny. I'll see it when, when I leave.
So you didn't stand until the beat dropped because you knew you had some closed door time.
Yeah, and there's some dried leaves out there, which I realized like 20 minutes in would be an obstacle potentially because you're like, where did he record this? Why is he crunching leaves right now?
Oh my
Thought
God.
that might get picked up on the mic by my, so I had to
would
carefully
never have gone
step
there.
into just the right position. But yeah, when the beat dropped, I started moseying over.
When did you go? When did your nerves get to the lowest that your nerves were during the performance? Did they? Once you explain the peaks of nerves from starting to coming in to sitting down.
There was a big relief of the nerves when I was revealed.
Right.
You know, at least now you know me.
Right. Game on. Yeah,
so you don't have to have that added layer of what's too much to reveal.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just wild to know that there's nerves.
Oh, yeah.
When you are the mold, it's wild and that's wonderful to know there's nerves. That's it. I mean, if there's not nerves,
that's how I feel. It's because we care, right? You know, we want to do a good job, and you know, there's less nerves now than there were the first time I did it, but yeah, I always get nervous, and because I want to do a good job, I want to kill it.
Wow, you know, the thing that makes me, if I am ever quote unquote nervous or just not dial it, whatever, is unpreparedness. Yeah. And especially that comes into play a lot on stage. If I'm working on something and I don't give it its due diligence and I try it on stage, I go up with nerves because I'm like, I'm not prepared to do this. We'll just do it. No, you know, no net or anything. But like
we'll do it live is what you're looking for.
Yeah, but that gives me a specific feeling.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't like being unprepared.
Right.
The best feeling in the world is let me get out there right now. I couldn't be more prepared.
Yes.
By nature, you are prepared in your skill set, but it's every single time it's a complete question mark to even you.
Yeah.
So you have to go down so all those moments, do you ever, I mean, look, you know your track record, you know what you can do, you know how we feel, but like, do you ever get to a point where right before you might be questioning yourself? I know there's tricks of the trade. Like if I say a joke that bombs, I address the elephant in the room, I get a laugh out of the bomb joke. You know, there's something that comes with experience. I wasn't going to say, did you ever mess up? Because you that's probably long ago, and you probably know every trick in the book.
Yeah.
And even if I don't know it, I don't realize it. You do.
100%.
But still though, like when doubt has a voice, what is it saying to you?
That's a great question. I think, nice. Yeah, I think
I like that too.
You know, am I not going to connect? I think that's really what it is. It's like, am I not going to get that reaction from the audience? And not just the reaction necessarily, because some people are just less emotive than others, and that's totally great too. But it's like, will I not actually make that real connection where we felt that moment together?
So interesting that it has nothing to do with coming through with the rhymes.
Yeah, the rhymes are so, and that's the thing is like, I also am nervous when I'm not prepared, and I need to be incredibly prepared. But for me, it's like the preparation is just like decade plus of practicing freestyling, you know, and I was lucky to be able to practice in safe environments, like with my best friends.
Right.
So it's like, there's a ton of preparation, but it's kind of done in the practice room. Uh-huh. And then my thing is like, you know, the great Charlie Parker, bebop saxophonist, of course, you know, is quoted saying something along the lines of like, practice.
Where's my saxophone? Well, it's like sometimes when he gets to a show and
he didn't always have it with him. Yeah, heroin was a real thing. But but he is known for saying something along the lines of practice your scales, practice your chords, and then forget all that shit and just play. And that's kind of my approach to this too. Is like there's this incredible amount of preparation and training, but then when we do this in the moment, I'm not thinking about it. You know, I'm just trying to be in the moment with you guys and make something special.
Oh man, and you know how unique what you have is, and as lucky as people are around you, you must feel lucky, right? I mean,
yes,
because that experience that you're having, nobody else has.
Yeah,
nobody. I mean, maybe to an extent.
Yeah,
but show me
rabbit.
I mean, like it's a joke. I mean, that's what resonated with me the most when I first heard you. Is that like, give me your 10 best rappers of all time, and you will. They don't belong in the same room as you as far as the freestyle goes. I don't care what clever thing they pull, what wordplay. No one's doing it fully off the dome, and they have their pre-written lines, and even when they do, it's not in a way that it's so clever that you may as well have sat down and thought about it. That's another level. It's not just what's going to rhyme. It's clever. You have jokes and wordplay. They're layered. You have double entendre. And it's like, how is that? What processor is up there that you could also, do those functions?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like, well, first of all, thank you so much. And my thing is always like, I want it to be not where it's like, oh, that was really good for a freestyle, with that qualifier, but where I'm trying to make it like, at least in my mind, come close to matching the level of my favorite rappers who, like you mentioned, write their rhymes, right?
So, who are your favorite rappers?
My favorite rapper is Nas, but I love Black Thought. A lot of the old groups I love, Gangstar, Rest in Peace to Guru, Tribe, De La, all the Native Tongues stuff. Those are some of my favorites. But I'm listening to that to get inspired to the level to which I'm trying to elevate my freestyles, right?
Yeah.
And I think the funny thing is for me, it's just like the way my brain is set up. I'm really not good yet, trying not to have the limiting belief, but I haven't historically been very good at sitting and revising and working on something for an extended period of time, because my brain is just all over the place. I'm on to the next thing already. It's hard for me to focus for an extended time on one singular thing. So I was like, well, let me just try to get as good as I can at presenting the finished product in one go. If that makes sense.
That's where I felt very connected, because for the first 12 plus years, I would do a different set every time. I wouldn't want to do, I felt it was disingenuous to repeat stuff. I didn't want to.
Totally.
And it wasn't the past few years that I started really repeating stuff and working on stuff. And I like that you said yet, because I thought I couldn't. And I still, nothing feels the same of going out there and just doing bits as if they're finished, right? Yeah. Not crowd work, not that there's anything wrong with it, but actually going out and having just a premise of something and talking and doing a full set. That feels the best. But now doing the stuff that's more prepared, I still don't get that feeling, but this feeling is really, really good.
Yeah.
And I am curious, because I know I've heard some of your written stuff.
Yeah.
Is that something that you want to continue to do? Because I think
you've been posting written stuff.
Yeah. I've been posting more written stuff. I'm enjoying the process of kind of trying it and trying to see what process resonates with me, and if there is a process.
What are examples of other than writing? Are there different writing processes that you've already gone through?
Yeah, because sometimes I don't always actually pen to paper write it down. Sometimes I do, but
or
sometimes
you'll do it and then edit.
Or I'll sometimes just record it in.
Your freestyle is writing, though. It's how do you sit down to write a rhyme and not just do what you do in a freestyle to get there?
I think that's what he just said. Right. He does it and then it's written down after he does it.
Often I do is I'll just record it straight in, because it's so much easier.
First draft.
Yeah, because I miss out on so much if I don't do it in real time. There's all these rhythmic components and these parts of the delivery and this inflection stuff that is so obvious.
Are you by yourself
in the moment? I usually am by myself.
Do you think that because you're so used to doing it in front of other people and feeding off their energy, would you be interested in trying to do that in front of somebody? Do you think that would benefit you?
Yeah, definitely, dude. I would love to do a live album or something like that.
No, I'm saying even in part of the writing process, a live album would be awesome.
Oh my God.
But you mean more cats in the studio hanging out, bouncing stuff off? Yeah, I mean that would be great too, and I do want to do that more and be more collaborative.
Yeah, you're very, whether it's people or I really because of the ideas, but I do see you. I see you no, because yours was pushing out the monster thing, the superhero thing. But I'm picturing like there's a creature that comes into something, and he can only get as strong as what he sucks up.
Absorbing.
Yeah, like Cell in Dragon Ball Z.
Everything is fuel,
That's me, man, to a T. Yeah. If it's just me in a room with white walls, it's going to be hard to come up with something meaningful. But it's when I'm looking around, hearing your conversation, seeing people react, feeling their energy, all of that is.
But you would talk into it, you'd rap it, and then you would write it out, and then you would look at it. Okay, what could we trim? What could we heighten? What could we move? What could we tag? That's what it is.
A lot of times I'm just moving the sound waves around. No pen or paper ever involved. Just moving the little bits and pieces. Record 4 bars. Oh, I like that. Oh, maybe that could start.
Oh, so you're taking clay and you're pulling it away.
Totally. Yep. Yeah.
You're not adding anything really.
Sometimes, this 2 bars here could be better. How could I connect these 2 parts better? Let me try something. Hit record and go. I kind of need the adrenaline of it's live.
Yeah.
It helps me so much.
Right.
To focus. It's like there's this level of focus I can't achieve really, it seems, unless it's live and it has
So
to
does that mean that your ability to be so present as a performer doesn't necessarily translate in your daily life?
Does not necessarily translate.
Correct. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like in my daily life, I'm quite scattered.
Wow.
Yeah, there are things that are, I have challenges with other things that are not freestyling.
Yeah.
Right.
Keeping a calendar, for example, and I need those tools because of how my brain is set up. But that stuff's very confusing to me. And then I think it's just, I'm chasing that flow thing. I'm chasing that feeling of like, I'm completely in the moment. I lose consciousness of myself, kind of. I lose track of time, and it's like there's this thing that is inherently rewarding that I'm engaged with fully. And like, that's when I'm the happiest.
That's crazy, dude. For the younger listeners, clay is like Play-Doh. Would you say it's
For the older listeners, clay's like Play-Doh. Play-Doh's from a long time ago.
What do they have now?
For all
Play-Doh,
ages, yeah.
Is Play-Doh still around?
Oh, they're around and they've evolved. They have more options than ever. But Play-Doh.
It's not just used to take a photocopy of a newspaper anymore?
No, that's silly putty.
Right.
That's silly putty.
Yeah.
Play-Doh, you want to eat it.
Right.
I once looked up. There should be a Play-Doh cologne. It existed.
Have you heard? There's forgetting what it was. I think I had. There's a song about how good it is to eat Play-Doh.
No.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's delicious.
It does, right? All the colors.
And the satisfaction or even the hesitancy of ruining that perfect cylinder it comes in.
Right.
It's almost like putting the knife in the peanut butter. It's just like
oh god,
walking on snow, a blanket of fresh snow. Like it's that whole feeling. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
How does that go again?
How does what go?
That Play-Doh thing?
How does it go?
Who did that one?
PLAY-DOH. What do you ask?
Oh, right. I have heard that actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it's different than silly putty, don't forget.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let it build. Yeah. Let it build. Play-Doh. Yeah. Right now we about to do it big. Something that is loved by kids. Something that they used to build. When you put it in your mouth, how's it feel? Hold up, what are we talking about? Listen to me as I say so. Competition really needs to lay low. Everybody loves the taste of the Play-Doh. It looks so satisfying when it's in a tube. When you pull it out and when it's brand new. Yeah, y'all know you wanna leave it smothered. Looks like the surface of peanut butter. Either that or all of the snow. All perfect, you see it glow when the light starts to reflect back. Then you take your first step and you leave a track. Crunch! When you go inside it, that feeling right there is the livest. Yeah, another sensation, believe me, that would describe this feeling is a squeegee with the soap as it's perfectly dripping. Perfect smear on the mission. That's how it feels when you start with the clay or the Play-Doh. That's what I meant to say. But listen, some people, they be really cruddy when they try to compare it to silly putty. That's different. Y'all know they act sloppy because silly putty is used for photocopies. That's how you get the print off the newspaper. Trust me, you can really pull off the true caper. Yeah, and y'all know that I got this, guys. I love Play-Doh. Now let me philosophize. Yeah, y'all know I control the flames. I'm like Play-Doh, the philosopher. I mold your brain. I open up your skull, then I goes inside just to prove to everybody that my flow alive, playing with Play-Doh, there ain't no stopping me. If it wasn't that, I guess it was Socrates. Yeah, H-Mad, cause I gotta take my shoes off just so I can prove to all of y'all that I'm a true boss. I be doing what I'm feeling and everybody knows it. I molded out of Play-Doh and hang with the Stoics. Yeah, y'all know the Mac isn't failing, kid. I be going deep like Marcus Aurelius. God. Y'all know I gotta break it down. Mac, I be coming through live with the crazy sound. Y'all know that I hurt you with the flow. What is in my circle of control? That's all that I truly can affect. If I focus on what I can't control, I'll get wrecked. If it's outside of my circle, I won't hear it, cause that's just negativity that's clogging up my spirit. Or maybe positivity, who knows, but I can't do anything with it. And so I chose what was inside my circle, bro. And I looked inside my circle and it was some Play-Doh. So I grabbed it and I started to mold it. It felt satisfying in my hand while I hold it. I squeezed it, it felt like I was squeezing an orange. Yeah, with this I start to perform. First thing I build when I'm entering this type of zone is a long cable and then a clay microphone. Put them all together, then I build a clay recorder so that I can record for my supporters. After that, I recorded plates for the beats, kid. Then I made a little Reese's Pieces and I said, damn, I wanna eat this. Should I try it? Nah, man, that seems creepy, kid. Then I bring it real close to my mouth.
I smell it, I wonder what that's about. Smell it again and it's got me in the zone. I said they really need to make this to a cologne. Then I said, you know what? Regardless, I'ma put it in my mouth cause I be the rap artist. Play-Doh all on my tongue and it's sticking. Now I'm really on a whole new mission. Yeah, y'all follow along. This right here is one of Rick's favorite songs. Better lay low cause I'm Fado when I say so. Breathe it in my nasal and eat all the Play-Doh.
I just can't. It doesn't get old.
Sal.
Oh my God.
Sal, other than Terrified, what do you want to plug?
My tour, Everything's Fine is my tour, and it's on sale right now, salvolcanocomedy.com.
And we'll put up dates.
And I want to plug Harry Mack.
Oh, man.
I want to plug Harry Mack. And you're dude,
brother.
I don't even know. If you guys, I mean, I don't understand how you don't get 100% of anyone who hears you is not the most loyal fan immediately. Like I wonder how you're not, I say it 3 times, but how are you not a billionaire? Like you have a skill, how are you not like at the top of the, like, I mean, I'm sure you will be. I know you will be. I don't know how long you've been like angling at it and working at it in the way you have now.
Yeah.
But we got to get you, and I'm, excuse me if you have all your connection, but someone, if not, has to help get you in front of the person who needs to see you.
I appreciate it, man. No, that means so much. And likewise, man, I'm a fan of you, and it's it's so dope to be here, hanging with you, both you guys.
Let me also say, because I agree with that, but also as far as the people that are the people. We'll put up some thumbnails here to see what he's been doing. Like that Martin Lawrence, Will Smith one. He's been going around.
Yeah,
he's in the MLB, the Yankees locker room, and he's all these plays. He's in front of Tom Brady. He's doing all this stuff at that one because Will Smith is king.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was,
Shout out to Will Smith.
and to watch them see like, oh, here's a guy who's going to freestyle, and then to watch them realize, oh no, it's not. no, here's somebody that's doing something that's incredible, and to see that turn,
it was so special. Yeah, it was beautiful.
That was no Nightmare on My Street. That was something different. That was something up here.
Nightmare on My Street,
isn't it? Isn't that a DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince song?
Oh, so I don't know that reference. Great call.
There was a Nightmare. It was Freddie Krueger actually is in it. You don't remember this is from the first album? Okay.
No, I was very young when that came out.
Okay, all right.
First rap Grammy went to Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
wow.
That I did know, but I didn't become a fan of his until Fresh Prince. So I know some of his music, but more so everything that came thereafter. Jim West Desperado, for example.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that when you recite the Will Smith from that episode of Fresh Prince,
so good.
The dramatic one.
We'll swipe to it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing to do, you know? It's not like I'm 5 years old, waiting up every night, asking Mom, when's Dad coming home? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first hoop, but I learned, didn't I? Got pretty damn good too, didn't I, Uncle Phil?
Yes.
Got through my first date without him. I learned how to drive without him. I had 14 birthdays. He never even sent me a card. To hell with him. You know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get me a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids, and I'm a better father than he ever could be. There ain't a damn thing he can teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man? How come he don't want me?
Mr. Rickers. Mr. Rickers. I thought you were sad, real sad. My heart hurt for that. It's black people.
I watched it 2 times in a row, and I just went, this kid
still gets a cry out of you, doesn't it?
That's another one that it's so funny and so spot on, and so like it's perfectly like this is perfect for you. You know, I just watch that and like, you surprise me and you don't because I expect it. It's just like you. It's like I know what I'm about to. And that's hard to do. When I know kind of like what's coming, I know the speech, you know, like,
sure.
And I'm still watching it like I'm being surprised, like because you take it to a different level. It's just crazy.
I've talked about that with him. I don't remember if I've told. But right before I started my podcast, I don't know if I've ever told you this. Right before I started my podcast, I long story, blah, blah, blah. I ran into Will Smith when I almost bowled a perfect game when I was in college. He was in that area, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Cut to however many years later. I'm in an agency waiting for something. I'm having a general meeting for something. And Will Smith was there. And I said, Will, I'm the guy that almost bowled a perfect game, blah, blah, blah. People, I know I want to do a podcast, so I did an interview with him, and it was like 20 minutes, and it wasn't a full thing. And I said, "Could we do that? I want to do a podcast." And he said, "Yes." And we were going to do a part 1 and a part 2. Never did a part. I've talked about it a couple of times because we were going to meet again. It was supposed to be later. Now it'll be 5+ years later. But I'm really looking forward to. I've been waiting to put out part 1 until part 2, but I talked to him about it.
Wow.
But he never saw it, so I would want to show him that.
That's the only move, is to wait, because it's automatically better, right? Because it's a more of a story, it's more of a commitment. It's more impressive.
I also think then for people who've been waiting for it, then they get to see it all together, and like, it feels like it would be a reveal. And for people that didn't know about it, it's so many years later anyway. But
Yeah.
you were saying, what do you want to plug? And you wanted to plug Harry Mack.
Yeah, well, that's my tour. Terrified is my special. It's on YouTube right now. I'm on tour. It's all new material. SalVulcanoComedy.com. It's called 30 cities, but everyone yells at you when you post the cities. Oh, you don't love me? And it's just the first leg. I'm going to go everywhere, so don't worry about that. That's really it. And then just back to Harry Mack. I say one more precursor here.
Yeah, please.
Also, it's like literally you don't have to be a perceptive person to immediately take away how a genuine, kind, nice person and soul that you are. When it's genuine like that, it's like you can tell immediately, which is how I felt about you. And
Likewise.
And you don't always come across people like that,
Right.
And so when you do, it's so wholly refreshing. And I got that through the videos, but to be in your presence and everything, I like have this weird immediate familiarity because I feel that this way. And I don't know, it's like even better because it's like a good things happening to good people.
Oh man, thank you. And same here, man. Honestly, being in this room with you and every time I'm in here with Rick, like I am an energy guy and I respond so well when the energy is warm, and I feel super warm right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
And before we forget, what do you want to plug?
Can I just one more if it's okay?
Please.
Do you ever surprise yourself with the wordplay or something that you came up with that's particularly clever even to you? And if you do you not even recognize it? Do you remember? Is it like you're blacked out and you don't even, you have to like, if you went and thought about what you did, could you remember it all? Because I'm saying, if you say to yourself for 1 second, oh my God, that was a good one, you're thinking of something that's not this, right? So you almost don't realize the trail that you're blazing while you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
do you have a sensory inside that was like, that was a good one, but it's like maybe like in the back of your recesses.
Yeah.
But you can't think about it for 1 second.
Right.
Because the problem I have is that if everyone ever puts me on the spot, I can't get past the next one. Like I might be able to do 1 or 2 and I know where I'm going, and then but now I'm thinking of where I'm going.
Yes.
And then when that one ends, I'm like, oh my God, and just throw something at the wall and hope it happens again.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me answer that question real quick about what happens when I come up with something sick. In the moment, sometimes I am surprised by something I improvised. I ain't recognized that it was gonna be that dope. It came in a moment. And when that happens, part of my brain starts to own it. Just a little bit of celebration. Cause otherwise, to your point, I can't continue the elevation. I imagine it like this. I be a rhyme freer. But can you imagine right now an Olympic skier on a run like this? Basically, it's a cliff. No, not the type with the ski lift. The type where one tiny mistake might throw you off. And in this case, that could be a true life lost. That's how I think of it, the double black diamond. I'm navigating down the run while I'm rap rhyming. So if I do a good job dodging an obstacle, I can't say, dog, that was impossible. Well done, high five, might kill the vibe. Does that answer your question now? Do we recognize? So just a tiny celebration, not too much. Cause with the present moment, y'all know that I gotta stay in touch. Now back to you, Rick, in terms of what I'm about to plug and what I'm about to promo while I give love. Well, basically for me, right now, this is easy. The thing I want to plug is the LOVE. I'm all about the love. I spit that in all directions. Check out my pages. We can make that connection. I'm coming off the tip of this. I'm throwing the pound. Hey, yo, Sal, it's beautiful to be knowing you now. I'm glad swear that we could connect and I could improvise and I could pop out from the balcony like surprise. And y'all know we doing this to whole new levels. Cause when it come to rhymes, people know I don't settle. So we gon' keep it in motion, overdose and not stop. We start at the bottom, keep climbing till we on the top. And y'all know we about to kill it every time I prove I'm the mic boss. For these other rappers, it's lights off. Now let me come in with the snaps so I can accompany myself while I'm kicking these raps. Shout to Alvin, the brand new pet up in the building. These lyrics I'm revealing off the mental too brilliant. Promoting love, promoting peace, promoting the arms as they start to reach out to another. I'm promoting assistance, promoting people working hard and going the distance. What do I want to promo? I'm talking about the young kid recording vocals. Right now he's only local with dreams of going global. Yo, I'm promoting him, promoting any young artist that wants to win, promoting positivity, promoting creativity, promoting people out in the world that's taking liberties to fight for change, promoting all of that, promoting people going hard and never falling back, promoting realness, it's in your system, make you feel this, promoting the truth. For some it's hard to deal with. I'm here right now getting busy again, the flash kicking lyrics right over the mental that are certain to impress. I be doing me forever. I came out with a surprise rhyme. Every time I rhyme I improvise mine, getting plenty shine when I'm on it. Y'all know I get to it. H-Mac coming through with the mean fluid. Any obstacle in my life I scheme through it. Take your shoes off and I hit the theme music.
Scoot doo.
All right, so let me explain a little bit what I'm thinking. So I'm going to put you out on the balcony. What I'm wanting from you, the structure is to start off to where he's not going to know that it's live, that you heard everything. Starting off like backstory that you heard he was a fan. Also, I'll probably play a voice note of what he sent me of how much he's a fan of yours. It could be referenced. If so, I sent it to you, right?
Yeah.
Once I feel that he's getting confused, like how would he know that, I'll reveal you. When I reveal you, this will be unlocked. It's right here.
Oh, nice.
So the balcony is outside.
Yeah.
Balcony outside means dirty.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, I can't have you in your socks outside.
Oh, right.
So what I'm gonna need from you is wear your shoes out there.
Yeah.
And also it might be funny for people to see that you're doing this when you come in, you're gonna take your shoe off outside and then step sock in. You wanna actually get your shoes?
Yeah, I'll grab them, yeah.
It's in the shade, it sucks. You might wanna take your sweatshirt off, but I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it is what it is. I was gonna say just because the wire is gonna be so dirty, I don't want to wipe them off, so I will probably, when you come in, there'll also be some of the comedy.
Yeah.
You'll just chill here as if you know the rules, and I'm just going to wipe off your wires real quick while you're going.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy. Oh, fucking shit. I'm going to go wipe his feet. Let me hear you actually, though.
I'm out here dropping the bomb flow while I'm
so
tapping in
keep
with
going.
Sal Vulcano.
Yeah, I like living here. Let me see what this looks like.
Yo.
I'm going to come in from that way.
Right.
So get low here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to turn your microphone down now. Text me if you need me.
Sounds good.
If you have to sneeze, figure it out.
Yeah.
You could hear me?
Yep.
Could you hear this microphone?
Yep.
All right. Fuck yeah, man. We're set up.
Blabbity blue.